and I think I paid less tax, title, and all that stuff around $60,000, $59,000, $60,000. That truck now, just list, is almost $81,000.
A used truck for $81,000. How long ago did they acquire the house there,
Sean? 2 years ago, and interest rates were 2.7.
Oh yeah, that housing market's pretty amazing like that.
My youngest daughter did that, bought a place for $120,000, kept it 10 years, got a divorce, and they sold it for $2.25.
Hey, Sam.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I met, Greg, full-time in my Airstream during COVID when the farm sold, and I did all my loan work. He would come over and we'd pull my Mac out. He did all the work for me and got me like 2.65%, 30 years.
Yep, Greg and I are from the same school, as you know, and I always tell, I'm out of the business now, but my partners take care of all my old clients, that I had in. I was very honored to work in that industry with people like Greg. We were the good guys, if you know what I mean.
Hey, Sean, Greg, KACG. So what Sam and I were talking about when I was traveling around in my Airstream and the farm sold, and I've told that story a million times, I met this family, in a $450,000 fifth wheel, that had a boat on the lake and another place in Florida, and they just full time. And they have actually another fifth wheel that they would fly in a tutor. So they do homeschooling and stuff like that. They have another one for that. Anyway, his name's Greg Ganil, K-A-G-R-G, Gulf Romeo Golf.
He's checked in.
We just became really, really good friends. And then eventually I said, man, I think I'm going to have to find a house. And he used to drive around and look, and I don't ask people what they do for a living. I just don't do that. And he goes, if you need any help, I'll help you on a mortgage, because I said my wife did all this stuff my whole life. I know nothing about it. And he goes, I'll take care of you. He goes, I own a mortgage company. And I didn't do anything. I just handed him paperwork. And he took, and at that point, it was 6 months to get a close because of all the backlog with COVID. And he said he would make sure, because his wife owns another company. It had something to do with that Dobbs law. And from the time that we submitted my loan, in 28 days, I had a key to the house.
That would be my buddy Greg. Yep, and I knew him before he started. Well, when I worked with him, we worked for the same organization, and he was like one of the good guys. And it's so neat to know that he and I are still friends. And he is a ham operator there, Sean.
Well, he would come by, and I was always building antennas in the RV park. And he goes, what in the hell are you doing? I'm going, well, I'm a ham operator. And he goes, what's that? And he ended up buying a VHF. He got his tech license there. And then the next summer he went down, or that fall, went back down to Florida, got his general. And now he's bought a house on the lake, and he's in ham radio like crazy.
Is that Maury?
It would help if I turned my amp on. I had it on standby. See, I'm 2 walls in here, bro.
I got an okay copy on him. Just sounded a little weak there tonight, Maury. You running normal?
88.
KDGFL for check-in. Uh-oh, how you doing?
Uh-oh, there's Gary, WLS.
N8SOB, you copy 500 watts tonight?
KD2HC will be short time.
I got a log for Sharon on 40 meters. Yeah, and I got the power line noises killing me. I hear you very, very good. You're 10 over 9, but my noise level's running about S9 to 5 over.
Thank you.
How you been doing, Gary? I haven't heard you, WLS.
Hey, we're hanging in there very good. Yeah, well, I don't know, that's about all we can do. But yeah, I've been gone. We were downstate for a few days, and one day in Dundee, and next day was in Monroe, then back to Dundee, and then we got to come home. Short trip, but it was fun. Anyway, thanks and that. KDGFL.
Good to hear you, Gary. WLS.
Good to hear you, too.
This is Whiskey Bravo 8 Papa Fox Charlie. Anybody copy?
There you go.
Oh, I guess somebody is listening. I just woke up and I had this thing all messed up, but I guess I got it straightened out.
Large and in charge.
Hey, Sam, how the heck are you?
Pretty good, man. This afternoon, after my doctor's appointment, the wife and I went out for a really nice, great lunch at one of our favorite restaurants, and I got to talk to the wife about you and Larry and Bob from Windsor and a bunch of the cool people that I got to meet at our picnic. It was really neat.
Oh, talking about me, huh? I hope it's none of the lies and stuff that YZ told you. Anyway, hello.
Yep, it was all good, Maury. All good. I told my wife how you were another one of my twin brothers. Like, you're tall, I'm small, Eric's a big guy, and so I got all these twin brothers here on the net.
Yeah, it's very obvious that we're brothers.
I mean, at least you can tell by our intelligence, of course.
Oh, that's why that is. Okay.
And the good looks.
Anyway, what's going on? What are we talking about tonight?
We're talking about Greg getting out of his house and driving out to breakfast for the first time in a long, long time. He did good. He's feeling better. Yeah.
Price of groceries stinks. I got the world's problem solved, Bill.
And we don't do politics.
Well, you solve it in less than 3 transmissions?
Same here. I'm not allowed to laugh. It hurts.
It hurts my stomach.
Yeah, my T7 is compressed, and it hooks up with the whole thoracic nerve system. So if I sneeze, cough, or laugh, it's an ouchie.
You guys quit telling jokes for Sam.
Thank you, Larry. Talking about you today at lunch too.
Uh-oh. Were my ears supposed to be burning?
No, it was, my wife called it a love fest, you know.
Well, so what's the doc going to do for you, Sam? I just got here. Just turned it on.
I'm going to, I don't know yet, I have to, I got a bone specialist that I've been working with. She's got to get with a couple of people, and we're going to talk next week.
Okay, well, hopefully there's something they can do for you. Keep that pain away.
I hope we can fix the issue, too. I've been taking medicine. After my chemo treatment, my bones got really weak. You know, saved my life, but I got weak bones, which resulted in this bone fracturing situation. So they're working on it. They may try a new med, and last time I checked, there wasn't really a surgical procedure, but now, because it's moved to a different level, they might have an idea. And also, time has passed, so there could be some new ideas.
Yeah, Levon has a sister that has been basically deaf in her one ear for 30 years, and she keeps saying, I was told there's nothing they can do for me 30 years ago. Well, that's not true today, I don't think. I wish she'd go back, but she won't.
Yeah, it's always okay to keep rechecking. You know, I had my heart fixed last year, and if that would have happened, you know, like when my dad was really sick in the late 1960s, if they knew how to do what they do now, he would have lived a lot longer.
I had a good friend in Florida that went to Houston for a heart bypass. When they first came out, there was a doctor from South Africa, I think, and a doctor in Houston that were the first couple that were doing that. And Mel went and had that surgery done and perked him right up, but he got some bad blood in it, and it finally killed him.
What a bummer.
That was before they were checking the blood for AIDS, and that's what he got.
Oh, man. How sad.
Let's see, this is Monday. This is Sean's day. Oh, I'm getting old. Well, you're sounding great, my friend, and you make my display here just lights up when you come on it. There's a new strain of new strain of COVID going around too, I guess.
You got AIDS?
YDJ.
Hi.
YDJ.
NADRV. Hello. Am I doubling? ABNMO, hello. There's another check-in. It's either AJXN or UJR. Can't tell.
It's UJR. Number 36, George.
30.
Sean, maybe what you got is picnic
Number
overload.
30, George. Sorry, number 30, 30.
2 and 6 meters is open. I got hurt on FT8 in Wisconsin on 2 meters.
I heard a guy in Cleveland on 14652.
Yeah, I couldn't work the guy, but I saw him.
That was the band opening.
What's the frequency? Yep, those are repeater frequencies in Pennsylvania. Technically simplex here in Ohio too, but yeah, 140 above, right above the call frequency, all the way up to the bottom end of the 2 meter, all the way up to the 146. Let's see, yeah, repeater subband. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, that's all repeaters there, all Pennsylvania repeaters over there, from 146, 4.5, I think, all the way on up. So, yeah, there's actually one that I can hit. There's a couple I can hit pretty good there. But, yeah, you're right. It's normally simplex.
Who's using 2 meters these days anyway?
It's a KE3JP. That's on 146.445. That's a very high-profile repeater. Correct, Mungo. It's a 1 megahertz split. 1 megahertz split, 186.2 PL if you want to give it a shot. Yeah, that's a real high-profile repeater. Yeah, it's only, it's about 40 miles to my east, and yeah, I get almost full scale on it.
Yeah, it's just a band
like
opening.
I tried my hand at 2
and high AMO, and it's a simplex crossband system in Fort Erin, and he's running it on a dummy load.
I saw a decode from Maryland, and yeah, it's just 2 meters is rocking, and a friend of mine told me 6 meters was going into Europe this afternoon earlier.
I think you can hear me, but what I was telling AMO was, it's a friend of mine that's using a crossband repeater, 2 meters to 440, but he's using a Heathkit Cantina dummy load as the antenna.
Well, there you go. Well, when the band's open, sometimes the dummy load works. I don't know. I never worked anybody off of a dummy load, but when I was on 10 meters back in Solar Cycle 23, all I had was a 10-meter sideband transceiver and a 102-inch whip, I think it was, and I was using it on the washing machine and made contacts in Europe and South America pretty regularly.
SOB, Katie9HAV. Thank you for 31. Hey, Sean, I have to be in and out tonight, unfortunately, but I appreciate you checking me in, buddy.
I keep forgetting about that CRS group.
Hey, Sean, I was saying earlier, but we got dropped down, doubled, intervaled, and whatever. I said, maybe what you got is an overload of picnic. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. My sinuses are bugging me like crazy today. Probably Canadian wood overload.
Just wait. It's going to get much colder.
Ho, ho, ho.
Hey, Sean. KD2AC. I'm in both repeaters in Livonia and Detroit right now. 145.33 and 145.35 in Livonia, and one's WR8DAR and the other one is W8UNS. Anyone want to pick one? I'll say hi.
Livonia's is K8UNS.
Negative.
Yeah, that's the international simplex frequency.
And the Livonia's at 145.35 is K8UNS.
The space station Sean's up around 885 in that area.
Hey, you guys listen to the Russian satellites on the moon? Yeah, but the satellite made it okay. But all you can hear on there is crying, crying, crying.
This W9's coming in on the 5-2.
My joke wasn't a bit funny, huh, Sean? My joke wasn't a bit funny, I take it. I said, the repeater on the moon, all you can hear on it is crying, crying, crying.
Knock, knock. WG8W, and I'll be in and out. Good evening. All is well, and I'll be in and out, but nice to be on 73 WG8W.
Yeah, I hear them fine. S7, S8, they're W9 calls. We got us a band opening.
Well, not much going on. Spent a lot of money today. Bought a printer for my on the head of a match. Well, when I have problems with mine, I just call my grandson. I have trouble with my cell phone.
Hi, Gary.
Well, I have talked to you before. Today, matter of fact.
Hey, Jerry, how come you sound better here than you do on 98?
It's the net controller is what it is. Net controller makes me look better.
Oh, that is. Oh, well, thank you, Sean.
Hey, I haven't forgot about you. Last couple of weeks I didn't check in because the band's been so bad. Well, it's that way this time every year. Yeah, I didn't check in that night either.
Me either. No, it is not a good day.
Wham, bam, thank you, Sam.
You got a new amplifier? Did you have that one fixed or what? What amplifier is it? Oh, okay. I got a backup here for mine. I'm running the AL82 at Meritron, and I got a backup as AL811. I tell you what, I love it. And this is a wonderful amplifier. It does all I wanted to do, and this claim, well, it does 1,500 watts, no problem. Just loafing along. But the darn thing, I can get 2,500 out of it. I juiced it up with 150 watts drive, and man, I tell you what, it scared me. They definitely do a number. I got a phone call here, WGW.
Charlie 9, X-ray November. Okay, the number 30 clean out whistle, buddy.
The 811A tubes used to be cheap. Yeah, but the longevity of them is not much to be spoken of.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And if you're going to do that, you might as well upgrade the amplifier to something that has a 3500 in it. I think actually the engineer from Heathkit that did the 200 SB 200 went to Ameritron and designed the amplifier.
Love my SB 200. Yeah. Yeah, when I first fired this one up, I was getting about 800 out of it.
Z.com. There we go. Had to switch things around here. Sorry about that. Right here. My buddy Taz, he's good on QRZ.com. If you have a check-in, you must have the check-in date and the net control call sign. Make sure it is a net control station, not the pre-net list taker, because sometimes they are different. That is not the case tonight. We suggest that you send more than the required check-ins just in case of any discrepancies. We have a nice certificate and iron-on patch for new members. Information about the net and the monthly awards are available on our website at www.wssbn.com, or just simply Google the Wolverine single sideband net. And we also are on NetLogger too. So I currently have on the pre-net list the following stations by suffix: SOB, 8LS, YAV, JJM, RNA, CGS, EES, MCI, INW, KUZ, DXJ, WIV, TAS short time, ZJU, AVT, 8FK, 9WN, 8YI, SBC, XUI, KRX, PET short time, PFC, GFL, HCE short time, RMN, YDJ, ERV, 8MO, UJR, or HAV in and out, GAW in and out, UVA, and 9XN. Any corrections, or did I miss anybody on the pre-net list only? All right, hearing nothing. Are there any mobiles tonight? Hearing none. Do we have any announcements?
NASOBKTAS.
Take it away, my buddy Taz.
Well, thank you, Sean. Yeah, it's saddened heart here to announce we have a silent key of one of our members. That's membership number 517. That's Whiskey 8, Juliet Whiskey Echo, W8JWE. That's Jim. He used to check in regular with us from Grosse Pointe, and we haven't heard him in a while. We received a letter today from his wife, so.
He passed away in March.
He passed away in March. We just found out, so. But with that, we'll turn it back over to you, Sean. This is KTAS. Thank you.
Comment.
Okay there, Sam. We got you. Yeah, that was the voice of Lake St. Clair, right? Go ahead, Sam.
That's exactly what I was going to say. He was the voice of Lake St. Clair.
Yeah, we were just getting his radio all figured out, and he was starting to sound better. Man, that is so sad to hear. That's really sad. Well, I appreciate you letting us know, Taz. It's better to hear it than none at all. But thanks for sharing that. All right. With that, any other announcements? All righty. Oh man, no kidding. That's too bad. That's man, time. I'll tell you, life is never promised. That's for sure. So. Definitely. All right. So far, we do have 3 on the short time list. Anybody on the list or that hasn't checked in yet for short time only?
This is November 2, Charlie Tango, short time.
All right, Bill, we got you short time. You'll be my number 4 short time. Anybody else for the short time? All right, let's go ahead and work those gentlemen, and then we'll take a pause and look for more general check-ins after these fellas. Let's get them on their way. K8TAS, this man's got the Water Buffalo meeting this evening. Wolverine 399. Good evening, Taz, and stand by Swan Bob.
Grand Poobah. Sean, I'm supposed to talk. You open it up like that. This is Kilo 8 Tango Alpha Sierra. Get my composer here. It's a VFW meeting for those who are wondering what's going on. Sean always kids me about it. And I don't wear a water buffalo hat either. Anyhow, gorgeous day here today. Slightly humid, 87 degrees. And we did a little putzing around outside and just played FT8. For that, now we'll be off to our VFW meeting in about 10 minutes, wearing my envelope hat, for those that know what that is. NASOB KTAS, back to you, 7-3.
Did you play in the FT8 today?
Yes, I did.
All right, we got to at least get you missed that part. So, yeah, we didn't get so warm up here today. We only had a high of 73.4, 86% humidity, but now we're sitting at 67 at 73% humidity. So, nice breeze coming out of the northeast off Lake Huron. So, hope you have a good VFW meeting there. Hope you got that envelope hat all ironed up and ready to rock and roll. You snazzy guy, you. Have a great night there, Taz. Thanks for all you do, buddy. Now down and get with Bob here. That's Wolverine 575 by Grindstone, PA. He's working QRP out there tonight. So I'll turn my volume up for you there, Bob. KB3PET, stand by Chris, HCE.
NASOB, I'll tell you what, I don't know what's going on 75, but literally I had a 5/9 noise level. But anyway, I just figured I'd get in for one for the count and get ready to log for Sharon on the 40-meter moonlighter's net there, Roger.
Roger. So does Sharon just come up here for the summer, or is she up here for good now?
No, she's got a place out there in western Michigan. I forget the name of the town, but yeah, that's going to be her summertime retreat, and then she'll be a snowbird moving back to Texas in the wintertime, so you don't have to deal with the cold snow and ice there, Roger.
Gotcha, that makes sense. Well, good deal. Glad she's got that figured out. Well, hopefully the 40-meter band's in good shape for you, and that all goes well. Your 500 watts is doing a great job. Hopefully, again, that noise goes away. That would drive me crazy, man.
It drives me crazy, and actually I'm working on, I just finished up this GLA 1000 for her, so So I tested it out on 40 last night and 75 today. It's working good, 500 watts out, so it's heading up to Sharon. So anyway, N8SOB, KB3PET, and all the Wolverine, 73.
You are a bad man, Bob, fixing all those amplifiers. You got Andy sounding good as well. So thanks for checking in. Glad we can get you in here tonight there, Bob. Hopefully 40 meters goes well for you guys. 7-3s. We'll clear with Bob. Let's drop down and pick up Chris in Medina, Ohio. Wolverine 622, KD28CE. Always a pleasure to get you on the list here, Chris. Good evening to you, and stand by Bill in Bath.
Thank you, Sean. N8SOB, KD28CE, just 100 watts and a corkscrew in the backyard. Just putting out a prayer request. Whiskey 2, Zulu Mike Zulu, had some minor surgery on Thursday, but he had a glitch, and they're keeping him. So he was supposed to be out on Friday, and they still got him. So he needs some prayers. We sent the Get Well card. I missed you on that, but Bob, KUZ, and Andy got on the list for the second card that we sent out today. So sorry you missed it, Sean. I didn't get a hold of you in time, but they're already at the post office. So put some prayers in. If anyone knows W2ZMZ, he's got a P.O. box online. You can send him your own card. We're going to send him one soon. We're praying that he comes home Wednesday or Thursday, and just give him some prayers. That's all we're going to do at this point. So he's improving slowly. So we do need some more prayers. So that's all I'm here for tonight. So with that, 7-3 everybody, N8SOB, KD28C, back to that.
Are you talking about Connell, right? Anthony, I think he goes by?
Yes, Roger.
Oh, man, no kidding. Well, I appreciate letting us know there, yeah. W2 Zulu Mike Zulu, yeah. I'll tell you what, between the old mist nets and everything, I think that's where I originally found him, and he sometimes got on the remote and used my station as well. So, well, thanks for the update there. I appreciate that. We'll have to maybe get something together for him. So, yeah, sounding good with your 100 watts and your corkscrew antenna. I got you, 510 over. So it's also, I posted the link on YouTube. We are live there, so if anybody wants to see what they sound like in my receive and what have you, or what a 160-meter loop sounds like and what I get to hear. So the link is in the AIM window. So have a great night there, Chris. Sounding good, buddy. Glad we can get you in here short time. So with that, we'll clear with Chris, and let's drop down and pick up Bath, Bill in Bath, Wolverine 582, N2CT. What's up, Bill? How you doing tonight, buddy?
Well, 72 right now, but today when I got up before I went to work, and we're talking 2:30 in the morning, I looked outside and there was no dew. I said, boy, it feels warm out here. Well, it was 68 degrees instead of 48, so we didn't have no dew this morning. So that means there won't be long and there'll be frost on the pumpkin because we're getting late in the year here all of a sudden. You got a good signal there, Sean. You're just making a great trip. I was thinking, I went to a Hamfest Saturday and somebody had an Ameritron ALS 600 amp and it was already sold. And I thought, oh, geez, and it said tech special, working but only at half power. And when I came home, I felt bad because I didn't get it. I started reading about it and I'm glad I didn't get it. So they seem to be a lot of trouble. So you got a fantastic 20 over signal here, Sean. Thanks for getting me in early. I got to go to a meeting. So, N8SOB, this is N2CT, back to you.
All right there, Bill, N2CT, N8SOB. Yeah, those solid-state amplifiers, if they start having a problem, you kind of want to stay away from them. It's one of those things that they with all the circuitry boards and stuff, they're not like an old tube amp where you can kind of physically see what you need to replace, and a little bit easier soldering as well. So maybe it was a good thing that it was gone by the time you got there after you got home and did some reading. So, well, good deal there. Well, I hope you enjoy your meeting tonight, and I got you about a 5 and 5 or so, and with a 0 noise level, so heard you really well there. And yeah, well, it was cold this weekend in the morning. Saturday was 49 degrees when we woke up, so it sounded like it ended up your way. And I want to think it was the mid-60s when we woke up this morning. So yeah, we want to talk about frost quite yet. I would say probably sometime in October, but we might see a little bit earlier. Who knows? Well, we'll get to talk about it on ham radio anyway. Have a great night there, Bill. Thanks for checking in. With that, that's the end of my short time. Let's go ahead and take general calls for anybody else that wants to get on the list here for the Wolverine single sideband net, and then we'll get to the top. Please call N8SOB.
N8SOB, here is Kilo Alpha 8, Uniform Golf Bravo.
All right, we got 10 Tech Tony. Good evening, Tony. There was somebody else? November 8, Bravo Charlie Foxtrot. We got you. And I think I may be a station ending with or starting with Kilo. Was there another station? All right, then had a tuner upper there. I wasn't sure. So any other check-ins before we start?
Whiskey Alpha Victor Echo, in and out tonight.
Okay, who was the ending Victor Echo in and out?
Yeah, the name is Dave, Whiskey 8 Delta Victor Echo.
Okay there, Dave. Got you in and out. Good to have you aboard on the list tonight. Hope you have a great Monday. What's left of it, my friend? Sounding good here in Port Huron. There was another station?
N2JAF.
Okay, we got you, Cal, N2JAF. Was that your radio doing that?
It was.
Oh, boy. Okay, well, we got you at number 39 on the list there, Cal, so you got a little bit of time. Hopefully you can figure that out. So I got you on the list anyway. All right. Well, I'll take another look at about 6:30 or so, 22:30. Looks like we're on the quarter twos there. Perfect timing. So with that, we'll go up to the top. I don't have too much to share, really. I've been kind of sick since Saturday, just head cold and congestion, what have you, and I actually called in to work this morning and played a little radio, kind of laid around and watched marathons of bar rescues. So it's been a while since I've actually just hung out and relaxed and watched some television, other than, like when I watch my sports. Everybody knows the SOB loves the sports, and, Monday mornings and afternoons, no sports going on, so I resorted to regular public TV, and that was all right. So it was a decent day, kind of trying to get on the mend here, and yeah, it is what it is. The common cold is going around. It's been since December since I've been any illness, so I'll take it. If I don't get sick every 7 to 8 months, I'll take it. So with that, that's about all I got. It's a pleasure to be in the big chair this Monday evening. Got the amplifier going, and it's good to be back in here. Got some beautiful weather here. We only had 73 degrees for a high, and very, very nice. The air conditioner didn't have to run too much to keep the stickiness down. So with that, let's go to the very first signal. Man, we really got a good pre-net going today. Nice and early. I enjoyed it. W8LS, Wolverine 541. Good evening, Larry. Stand by, Mr. Saturday Night. David, you're on deck.
Okay, Sean, W8LS. Larry here in Sanford, Michigan, the big village, 813 people. Beautiful day in the 70s, currently 75, breeze out of the east, humidity at 65, and got a few things accomplished today. Did a little cutting up wood on my chop saw here, getting ready to frame in the east end of my shed, and had the radio on. Mary's son just came over and cut our grass, so we're the neatest lawn here in the end of the subdivision. We never get the lawns all cut at the same time, so I'm the latest one, so I guess that's good. And the Meritron ALS 600, you've been hearing one here for a couple of years. She just keeps perking along, so I love my solid state amplifiers. Back to you, Sean. Thanks for running the net. W8LS.
All right. Yeah, those solid-state whoop, I got to turn this down here. Yeah, solid-state amplifiers, definitely, they're very nice to use. You know, you just turn them on, they're ready to rock and roll. So when something goes haywire with them, they're just a little bit out of, I guess, a regular solder kind of guy, unless you get real technical with them to get them working good there. So good to have you aboard there, Larry. It was a pleasure to get you in here nice and early, and hope you have a good rest of your evening as well, my friend. You always stay busy. Love hearing your stories. So with that, we're clear with Larry. Let's drop down and pick up Mr. Saturday Night. That's David in Elkhart, Indiana, Wolverine 519, KC9YAV. Good evening, David. Stand by JJM Jeff.
Good evening, everyone. This is KC9YAV, David in Elkhart, and it was a little bit of a warm day today. It got up to about 92. Relative humidity is about 70%, and I guess it's just a warm-up for the rest of the week. It's going to be a warm, sticky one as the week goes on, but hey, it's August. Some of you may know or may not know, I used to be a net controller for the Early Bird Transcontinental Net about 9 years ago, and that's when I first became acquainted with Randall, KA8MNP, who's also a Wolverine, and actually met up with him back then, went to the Charleston Ham Fest and met him back then. Well, I checked in with the Early Birds this morning. Haven't done that in quite a while. Had a nice conversation with Randall, and he wanted to say hello to everyone. So I'm passing that along to you. And he and his wife are recovering from COVID right now and doing pretty good. So things are going well for him, but he just wanted to say hi, and he just doesn't get on the radio late in the day anymore right now, and he's looking forward to it as winter gets closer to us and the band conditions change around some. So other than that, it's just been another Monday for me. It looks like it's going to be a pretty decent week at work. So that's all I've got, Sean. I will turn it back to you. Hope everyone's had a good day today, and stay on the cool side of the door, and let's hang on to our hats as the temperatures increase as the week goes on. So 73 is to all. N8SOB, doing a great job as always. This is KC9YAV.
Right there, David. Well, good deal on checking into a net. You haven't been around lately. That's good stuff. Sound like you got some things accomplished, and good deal on Randall waving there. So glad that you were able to make contact with him. Good deal on having a good day. And man, nice and loud here. You're just booming up here. Always got a good signal there, David. So thanks for checking in, being in there, and getting us warmed up during the pre-net. Much appreciated, buddy. So with that, we'll clear with David. Let's drop down and pick up Jeff in Goshen and see if we beat him to the dinner call. Wolverine 596, K9JJM. Good evening, Jeff, and stand by my buddy Eric. Nope, the dinner call beat us. He'll recheck. Eric, Wolverine 597, that's Mr. Sunday Night out of Blanchardville, Wisconsin. KD9RNA, good evening, Eric, and stand by Greg.
My buddy Sean, how are you doing tonight? N8SOB, this is KD9RNA, and boy, what a scorcher we had here today. It only got to 89. It wasn't as hot as yesterday, but it was a lot more humid, and man, you can have it. I'm ready for winter. But other than that, just working on the garden and changing oil in the GX470 today, and I think I'm going to be taking off and doing a little traveling and doing a little portable ham radio work. So not a lot going on, getting ready for hitting the road here. Anyhow, have a great evening there tonight, Sean. You got a great lift going so early in the net, and you're almost to 40. That's just amazing, and I hope you break a record tonight. Good luck for you tonight with working on the 2024 Station of the Year, man. Hi. Have a great evening, Sean, and everybody else in the Wolverine Single Side Band Net. This is KD9RNA, back to net.
All right there, Eric. Well, it's good to hear that you're definitely starting to get into the retirement life and getting out, playing some portable radio, and really opening up your ham radio experiences there. That's good stuff. I'm glad to hear it there. And then when you're home, you get to kick back and look at the fruits of your labor, of all the things you've been doing since you've been retired, and get to enjoy hopefully the end of summer here as it comes. So good deal there. Man, yeah, you guys got warm over there compared to us. This Lake Huron, we're getting a nice northeast breeze, and that's right off Lake Huron to us. So 66 degrees. Glad that you got some warmth there. I'm sure it felt good for you guys over there in the Badger State. So thanks for all you do there, Eric, and definitely sounding good today for sure. So with that, we'll clear with Eric. Let's drop down and pick up Greg in Coloma. That's K8CGS, Wolverine 599, the guy in Southwest Michigan. Good evening, Greg, and stand by Ed.
Hey, thanks, Sean. Greg here, and as Sean said, Southwest Michigan. Anyway, I don't know if I gave my call sign K8CGS. I'm sorry I did not know Jim Whiskey 8 Juliet Whiskey Echo, the silent key. Very sad. You know, life is precious, and even if you don't know them, it's very sad. But you know, the Wolverine Net does a good job in keeping up with this, and I appreciate that very much, Taz. And like Sean said, man, we had a blast on TreeNet. You know, first of all, at 4:30 Eastern time, the band between Wisconsin and Indiana and Michigan, it was, you know, like 5.9, 5.8, 5.7s. It was great. And now everybody's pegging my needle, so the fall must be coming. And unlike for Wisconsin being really hot, we're 78 here, a little humid, more than normal, but still pleasant. But I am really looking forward to my favorite season, which is fall. I don't like dealing with all the leaves, but I like the sound of the leaves and the smell and the dryness and the coolness. That's my favorite time of the year. And I think, honestly, the second favorite is the start of winter. When those first storms come through, it's, you know, go to the grocery store, stock up, and let it snow you in. I'm fine with that. So anyway, that's all I've got, Sean, and everybody have a great evening. K8CGS.
All right there, Greg. Yeah, real good to hear about your Breathless outing there today. That was awesome. Good to hear. And yeah, man, JWE definitely really started getting to know him radio-wise here. At first his radio wasn't doing very good, and we finally got him adjusted up and was getting good. And I'm kind of wondering about that, but yes, Tazendorf is pretty good on keeping up on that. So glad that they were able to reach out to them and let them know so we can pass that along the net. So good deal there. Yeah, this right off the rip, as soon as I heard Eric check in, I said, wow, we're going to have a good band tonight. So it's good stuff. Pre-net was a blast. So thanks for checking in, Greg. Thanks for being you, and always a pleasure to get you in here, buddy, hear your comments. So you take it easy. So with that, we'll clear with Greg. Let's go down to 50, and especially when this guy can hear me before the net starts, we know we have a good band. KA9EES. He was in that hot train yesterday. Boy, what a hot train ride that was, Ed. That's Mr. Wednesday Night 574. Good evening, Ed, and stand by Jody.
SOB and the group KA9EES. And I've done absolutely nothing today, and yes, it was hot, and that was an understatement. There was no breeze in that engine, because I spend most of the time sitting still. You do a round trip in an hour, and you sit at one end of the railroad, and you just turn around and go the other way at the other end of the railroad. And then you pull back into the station where you started, and you sit there for a half hour, so out in the sun. And it's hard for me to get on and off that engine. I mainly just stay up on that engine. If it was a different engine, I'd get off of it, but that thing's got vertical ladders on it, and it's all I can do to get up there. Anyway, I've really done absolutely nothing today. It was so hot yesterday, it kind of wore out the next day, though I haven't felt bad. I've watched TV with Sue. We record AP Live. It's On Patrol Live, and we watch that throughout the week because it's 6 hours of TV. It takes us a while to get through it. And let's see, I just pointed my satellite antennas at FO29, and I heard it speaking. So I don't see any activity on it right now, but that thing's been in and out. And anyway, that's been the hardest thing I've done today is point my satellite antennas at whatever satellite that I want to listen to, and I ain't heard either one of them. But anyway, thanks for letting me in. Thanks for what you do, Sean. Congratulations again on being the 2023 Station of the Year. I knew you'd make it. I know I put my vote in for you. We'll see you later. N8SOB in the group. K89EES, the voice of City in Illinois.
All right there, Ed. Yeah, I seen that picture on Facebook yesterday. I think it was 98 degrees, and I'm sure it felt warmer than that in that engine. So I said, oh boy, yeah, Ed's getting a hot one today. So it's much deserved on doing nothing today, hanging out watching TV with the wife. That doesn't get any better there, my friend. So good to get you in here. Glad you got a copy, somewhat out of copy on us down there, and sounding good up here. Glad that you're figuring out got that satellite going all good and got the 9700 cranking, and sounds like that's a good radio for you to use. And too bad he couldn't get the delay figured out with the flex, because I'm sure the flex sounds a little bit better. So sounded good there tonight there, Ed. Thanks again for checking in, and that is Mr. Wednesday Night. So with that, well, we got time for one more here before we take more check-ins. So KB8MCI, Wolverine 576 out of Freeland, Michigan. Good evening, Jody. And before we pick up George, we'll take a quick pause for more check-ins. How's George doing today? KB8MCI, you there, Jody?
Yeah, but you said George.
No, I'm stuffed up. That's what it was Jody.
N8SOB, KB8MCI. We started out the day kind of slow, and then got a call from the local Buick dealership to go drive, and then we had to pick up my wife's car that got hit a week after she got it. So that's all repaired and looking brand new again. Then I decided to take the pine tree down in the backyard so I can start on the base for the tower. I got to dig a hole about 3 feet deep by 3 feet wide. And that's so far going so good. I've got to cut the tree up though and then bag it. Other than that, that's about it from up here with a beautiful day. It's kind of cooling off now a little bit and clouding up a little bit. I guess we're supposed to get rain tonight. But so far, it's been beautiful out. So with that, we're going to turn it back over to you, Sean, and get out and get back to work. N8SOB, this is KB8MCI.
All right there, Jody. KB8MCI and 8SOB. Good deal on getting the car all fixed up there from Buick, taking care of you. That's a good deal. Got some work getting done around the shack there. Glad to hear you're staying busy and got that pine tree cut down, and now you got to start digging a hole for that tower. Looking forward to hearing stories about the tower job there, and definitely you pace yourself out there. Take care of yourself, Jody. I appreciate you checking in tonight, buddy, for sure. And definitely a real good signal, almost 20 over, so no slouching there. So with that, we'll clear with Jody before we pick up George there in Clarkston. Let's go ahead and take a quick pause and see if there's anybody else out there that would like to check in with us on the Wolverine single sideband net. Please call N8SOB.
K9 JJM recheck.
Hello. Please copy Kilo Bravo 3 Oscar X-Ray Hotel.
Kilo 4 Echo Kilo.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, Mike in Seville.
All right, we picked up Bill there in New Cumberland at number 40, OXH. We got Echo Kilo. We got Donnie down there, 41. We got you, Mike, QWE, 42. We got Jeff with the recheck. Any others? Okay, Jeff, I was hoping we were going to beat the dinner bell there, buddy. Go ahead, pick it up there, Jeff, and stand by George.
All right, thanks, Sean. N8SOB and the wonderful Wolverine single sideband net. This is K9JJM, Jeff, Goshen, Indiana. Well, good afternoon to Sean. Good afternoon to all the Wolverines. Hey, Sean, thanks for picking me up on the recheck. That's in fact what happened. The supper dinner bell rang. I didn't know, I didn't have net logger up, but I'm streaming, and I don't know if you look at those messages there, but anyway, thanks for getting me back in here. Decent day at work today. It was kind of a humid one. There was times when it felt like 98 to 99 degrees today, but today is, I think, one of the cooler days. By week's end, that's when it's going to get really scorching hot. But anyway, not too bad today. Got out at a decent time, and I am glad to be in the air conditioning, I will say that. We just had supper. That was chicken breast that was grilled. We had some, let's see, broccoli was in there. That was put in the oven. I think it was some seasoning oils and salts on the broccoli and then put in the oven. It was pretty good. So just got done with that, and hey, you were asking for more check-ins or rechecks, so I pop right in here. So I thank you for getting me in here. Good signal, by the way. You're almost 20 over S9 tonight, and I am streaming. I don't know if you've told the rest of them out there that they can look at your live stream on YouTube. So I really like the looks of that 7610 when you stream. That's cool. Anyway, thanks for getting me in here, Sean, and thanks for what you do for the Wolverine single sideband net. N8SOB from K9JJM.
All right there, Jeff. Yeah, I was wondering. I seen them comments there on that, and I was wondering who that was. That call sign threw me off. I seen the Jeff part, but the call sign threw me up. I was wondering who that was. Now I see it as a supper call. If I would have known that was you, I'd known it. So, okay, good deal there. Sounds like you had a good dinner there. Nice and warm in Goshen today. And glad that you definitely enjoyed the day for sure. Glad we get you in here tonight, even on the recheck for sure. That's why we enjoy having that option available. So have a great night there, Jeff. Glad that the stream is working good for you there. It's just one of those things. Some people maybe want to walk away and still want to listen and what have you. And I know there's SDRs and stuff, but this kind of gives you an idea what my receive is like. Like I say, I can hear everything. Just about every, even to a fly farting. Hi. So have a great night there, Jeff. 7-3s to you. Let's drop down and pick up George. That's Wolverine 422. Good evening, George. Always good to have you in here, buddy. WD8INW and Standby Bob, KUZ.
Uh-oh. N8SOB, WD8INW. Got to turn this other radio down. George in Clarkston, Michigan. Sorry to hear about Jim. That's a bummer. I missed it. He used to tell us a lot of stories about his boat before he sold his boat. And anyway, I don't have a lot to report. Kathy did help me tighten up my antenna a little bit. The rope untied it from the fence, and I held pressure on it, and then she retied it so it was a little tauter so that the lady, when she cut the lawn, didn't hang herself on it. And we did mention it to her, but she said she remembered it from before. So anyhow, got the lawn cut today, and that's about it. Just got done with dinner a little bit ago, but we were listening. So with that, we'll give it back. N8SOB, WD8INW, 7-3 all.
Right there, George. Yeah, it was sad to hear about Jim, that's for sure. So, yeah, a little bit of antenna work you've been doing the last few days, and glad you got that one repaired. And seems like it's working really good. Got you 20 over tonight there, George. No, always sounding good here. So, antenna's working good. Glad that Kathy get out there and give you a hand, and got the grass cut. So now you got another week and don't have to worry about moving the coax. That's good stuff there. I have to move my coax every time I get my grass cut as well. So I got to wind up about 200 feet of it. Have a great night there, George. Thanks for checking in. Sounding good. With that, we'll clear with George. Let's drop down and go our international station, one of our Thursday night guys in Windsor. Good evening, Bob. Wolverine 570 VE3KUZ. Good evening, and stand by, Doris.
Yeah, good evening, Sean, and good evening to the Wolverines out there. This is VE3KUZ, Bob here in Windsor. Yeah, it was a beautiful day today. You can't complain. Maybe a bit on the humid side, but it was nice and warm, but not too warm. And I did a little bit of gardening, went for a nice long bike ride, and I didn't play on the radio until the net came on. So what else did I do today? I don't know. I was pretty busy. It just seems like time went by. I guess the gardening took a lot longer than I thought it did, but anyway, yeah, I can't complain here. I am definitely sad to hear about Jim passing, and yeah, it's too bad it took so long for us to find out about that. But I had wondered, he was usually on a lot more than he had been, and then there was such a long break there that he hadn't been on. So I was beginning to wonder what had happened, but oh well, he is only about 12 miles away, so even on some of the worst days I could still hear him. Yeah, he did have some audio problems there. We all worked on that together, and he was sounding much better. And yeah, we're sure going to miss him, though. Anyway, not much else going on here, and we'll put it back to you, Sean. You're doing a great job on the net, as usual. Yeah, great signal. It's funny how the signal didn't come up till just recently. Like you were, running around maybe 10 over, which is kind of low for you. I was starting to think if you're still running your 90 watts, but the last couple of transmissions you jumped up into like 30 over, so everything looks like it should now. Anyway, back to you, Sean. N8SOB from VE3KUZ.
Right there, Bob. Yeah, I got you 20 over as well. Yeah, it seems like the band was in good shape, just not really strong signals. But yeah, you're right. I've noticed them coming up as well. But yeah, we've been running the amplifier, and I was actually just checked my log. The last time I had Jim check in with me was January the 24th. So it had been some time. And they said they had passed in March, so maybe he got sick sometime in February, what have you. But yeah, he had really had some rough audio and what have you. Yeah, and thinking about where he's at, yeah, that's right across the river from you, not too far. So I'm sure you were one of the closer ones to him, radio-wise. So, well, good deal there, Bob. And busy in the garden. Hey, that's all right. I know my day went by faster than I would wanted it to. That's for sure. Having taken today off and trying to do some relaxation and take care of it. I wish work day would go by as fast. When you're enjoying time there, time flies, buddy. So, sounding good there, Bob. Thanks for checking in, buddy. And always a pleasure for sure. Thanks for picking up the Thursday nights when we need you, that's for sure as well. So with that, let's drop down and pick up Doris and Romulus. That's our awards manager. Does a great job. And boy, we keep her busy and making Taz that money. So Taz says, Wolverine 428 out of Romulus, KDXJ. Good evening, Doris. Stand by Tom and Cadillac.
This is Kilo 8 Delta X-Ray Juliet. Well, good evening to you, Sean, and to everyone else out there. And, yeah, it was sad news when I opened that envelope this morning. I sent a birthday card out to Jim in August. His birthday was August the 7th, and I got a note today from his wife, Barbara, and she told me that he had passed away on March the 4th from prostate cancer. So just thought I would fill everybody in on what she had said, and I went ahead and looked into QRZ and found out how I could put him down as a silent key. So I sent a note there too. So I guess I took care of that also. So just little things that excuse me, that come up that have to be done. So anyway, just sad because at least I did get to meet him. He was at one of the picnics, and it was nice meeting Jim. So on a happier note, Taz and I went for a ride yesterday. We drove out to Coloma, and we visited with Ron, K9 RON, and his wife Leslie. So Ron was looking much better, and so that's a positive sign. We enjoyed the visit with the two of them yesterday. We got there around noon. We didn't leave till around 6. So it was a full day by the time we got home around 8:30. So, but it was just great catching up and visiting with them. So that's what's been going on around here. So, and no other mail today. So I couldn't make him some money today. So with that, I'll pass it to you. This is K8DXJ.
All right there, Doris, KDXJ and ASOB. Yeah, I looked it up. QRZ's already got it in there as silent key, so good deal on getting that taken care of. And yeah, I found his obituary here. He was 78 years old, so sounded like he had after an extended battle with the cancer. So that's just too sad. So definitely, he lived in Grosse Pointe his whole life. The home that he lived in when he passed away was only 2 miles away from his birth home. So he continued to work a 35-year career at the DTE, retiring in 2001. So, yeah, and then he's talking about boating with Jim's Passion and Chris Craft sea boats there. So, and Bob brought that up. So, well, I appreciate you letting us know there, Doris, for sure. And good deal on having a somewhat decent day, staying on the cool side of the door, and sounding good. Got you about 15, 20 over as well. Sounding good, Doris. So, thanks for doing all you do for us here on the net. So with that, we're clear with Doris. Let's drop down and pick up Tom in Cadillac. That's Wolverine 542, WB8WIV. And before we pick up Marshall, we'll take a quick pause for more check-ins. What's going on in Cadillac, Tom?
Not too much here, Sean. Thanks for taking the net tonight. At 8SOB and the wonderful Wolverines, WB8WIV, about 74 degrees here. I got a question for you. What was Jim's call?
Whiskey 8, Juliet Whiskey Echo, W8JWE.
Okay, it doesn't ring a bell with me, but I may have talked to him in the past. Anyway, we had a pretty good day today. We went to breakfast at Big Boy. It was the breakfast buffet. It was honoring seniors, and it was free. That was real good. Wife and I went, and another ham radio couple were with us. And we got a coupon for a free dinner. A senior dinner. And all of this came about because last Thursday, my wife got a communique, I don't know, she picked it up on the internet or Facebook or somewhere. It said that if you were a senior and you went in and bought a regular senior breakfast, then you could get the free buffet today. And so we did. They were pretty good breakfast. They were you got quite a bit. They were only like about $6 a piece. I think I walked out of there paying $12.70 for both of us. And even with a tip, it didn't even come close to a $20 bill. That's unusual in this day and age, very unusual. And when I called them up, I wanted to make sure that the big boy was participating in this, and they said, oh yeah. And they said, I said, okay, well, we'll have two come up today, of course. Well, four of us actually. And they said, okay, and you also get a coupon for a free dinner. Free senior dinner. They're pretty good dinners. So I thought, well, boy, I can't turn that down. So that's where we were this morning. Did some stuff with the wife this afternoon. I took a short nap. Worked on my out there, well, not tower, the platform out there, working with the winch. I think I've got that just about ready to go. And I went to the chiropractor, so I've had a real busy day today. Tomorrow I'll be in school for half a day. We've got an in-service thing we've got to do, and I get out around noon, and then wife and I are going out to lunch with the same couple that were with us for breakfast this morning. So I've got a big day planned for tomorrow also. Thanks everybody for being here tonight. 7-3 there, Sean. Thanks again for taking a bit. N8SOB, WB8, WYB. I'll be clear. Good evening.
All right there, Tom. Well, ain't nothing better than a free breakfast, that's for sure. That's glad that all worked out for you. Sounds like a good deal, buddy, and definitely keeping yourself busy as well. Sounded good tonight there, Tom. Got you about 5:10 over, so sounded good coming out of Cadillac, Michigan this evening. So hopefully that breakfast went down well, and yeah, we got some big boys all over, don't we? We got two big boys up this area as well. So glad that you got that and worked out for you, buddy. Thanks for checking in tonight. Glad we can get you aboard here. So with that, we'll clear with Tom. Before we pick up Marcia and Canton, let's take a quick pause to see if there's anybody else that would like to check in with us on the Wolverine single sideband net. Please call N8SOB.
Kilo Echo 8 India Mike Echo David, Sterling, Ohio.
Well, good evening, David and Sterling. We got you at number 43. Anybody else? Okay, I'm hearing a mobile station. Let's try one more time. Maybe somebody else can hear him better than I can. Go ahead, try it again, mobile station. I caught the Alpha and then question mark 2, just kind of in and out. Anybody else have a better copy?
Try one more time, please.
Mobile station. Go ahead, the Alpha Charlie 2 maybe. Go ahead, try it again there. Okay, that time I got the 2 Tango Sierra uniform. So is that Alpha Charlie 2 Tango, or is it what's your prefix? So I'm pretty sure I got the suffix right. I got the 2 Tango Sierra uniform. What's the beginning? Okay, it's a 2x2 call. All right, Alpha 2 Tango Sierra. That's Bill? Oh, it's tough. Now I get a little QRM. I think it's a mobile. You're definitely mobile. Is that your call? Did I get that right? Alpha 2 Tango Sierra?
QSL.
Yeah, I was hoping you were there, Andy. Can you hear him pretty good?
No, about the same as you, but you definitely got the call right.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, definitely a mobile station. So let me go ahead and we'll try to get you in here, Bill, on some more comment. Go ahead and make a comment. Let us know where you're at, and we'll try to get our ears going for you there, buddy. Go ahead from N8SOB the net.
I'm hearing you. You're in eastern Long Island, New York. This is Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Oscar Relay. All righty, you're making it. Yeah, you're kind of right in our noise here. You've stumbled across the Wolverine single sideband net, based around the Great Lakes region, primarily in Michigan. I'm in Ohio, so welcome to the net. We meet here every single day of the week at this time at this frequency, 2200 UTC. And thanks for joining us. Over. All right, excellent. Yeah, and it'll get better as it gets later into the year. We get check-ins from New Jersey and along the East Coast. So, yeah, join us again here sometime. Thank you in 73. Back to net, EB8MO.
Thank you very much, Andy. That was a great relay. Definitely appreciate that. And I've worked this fellow one time before. He checked in with me on the 7272 Rag 2 on 40 meters back on, what is this, May the 1st of 2022. And he was mobile as well. So I've worked on 2 bands in your mobile there, Bill, and good deal there. So glad to have you aboard. Like Andy said, we're here every day, and hopefully as the season turns here, we'll have better conditions on you. So I wouldn't slouch on. That's a pretty decent mobile signal here this early in the day on 75 meters. So thanks again there, Andy. Any other check-ins before we move on? All right, Marcia, WA8ZJU, Wolverine 499 out of Canton. Let's hope those Tigers can beat up on them Cubbies. That'd be a good series for sure. Definitely kind of regret not going today, but it's all right. I need to take care of myself. Go ahead and pick it up, Marcia, and stand by Harold.
N8SOB, WA8ZJU. Yeah, that's a shame, Sean. I'm sure Sam would have, the big three would have forgiven you if you could have made it to the game tonight. The weather's perfect, great night for a baseball game at Comerica Park. But yeah, if you're not feeling well and and you don't want to get, pardon me, you don't want to get too far away from the facilities or whatever. So that's probably a good idea. But too bad you missed your opportunity. Anyway, yeah, it's very sad about Jim. I remember Jim checking into the net. He used to check in quite often, and a lot of times he had a pretty good signal over from St. Clair Shores to Canton. So my condolences go out to his family, and that's interesting, the fact that he never lived more than 2 miles. Well, he didn't live more than 2 miles from his family home there. That's quite something. Anyway, I had a really nice day yesterday. I got together with a friend from school, high school, and we also went to the same college, went to Eastern Michigan University, and then another college friend stopped by, and we just had a great day, and I fixed dinner, and we all reminisced and tried catching up, but it's hard to catch up sometimes when you haven't seen somebody in 50 years. You can't do all your catching up in one afternoon, but it was wonderful. Other than that, we've got, I won't be here tomorrow. I've got Eagles tomorrow evening, and before that I've got, we're getting together, which is very rare during the week. Our trivia group is getting together tomorrow afternoon. So I guess we're going to have lamb kebabs on the grill, and I don't know what I'm taking yet. I'm going to stop by the store on the way to Milan, where the event's going to be. So it's going to be a long day tomorrow, but it's going to be a good one. Anyway, with that, Sean, I'm going to turn it back to you. And everyone have a great evening, and we'll see you all Wednesday. N8SOB, WA8ZJU, 73, and go Tigers.
All right there, Marcia, WA8ZJU, and the net from N8SOB. Yeah, hopefully we can pull this out against the Cubs and keep on working up here, and we don't have much time of the season left. So real good there. Hope you have a good Eagles meeting tomorrow. We'll catch you Wednesday, and hopefully we can talk about some Tigers victories. But yeah, the facilities are a big deal. The medicine I've been taking is kind of, runs right through you. So definitely you hit the nail on the head there, Marcia. Have a great night. Always great to hear your voice, for sure. So with that, we'll clear with Marcia, and let's go over to, I'm pretty sure Harold's in Davison, Wolverine 485, KE8AVT. Good evening, Harold, and stand by Len.
This is Harold, KE8AVT in Davison. Well, it's been a rather long day. I took off this morning and ran home to feed the cat, and while I was there I had to go out, and I had mowed the lawn the other day, and I cut it a little bit shorter than I normally do, so I had to go and clean up all of the grass clippings that were all on top of the regular grass. I spent about 2 hours, a little more, just running the lawnmower back and forth, sucking up the cut up grass. Finally got that almost done. I've still got to do a couple trips through the backyard. Got the side yard done, got the front done. Probably 8 or 9 bags, so you got to be careful. You frown when you put out too many bags. They get all bent out of shape. Other than that, it's been a rather easy day. After I got that done, I headed back up here and been kind of enjoying myself ever since. And with that, I'm going to turn it back to you, Sean. N8SOB. This is KEA, baby. I'll be listening.
All right there, Harold. You got a decent signal tonight. A little bit kind of tuner-upper there, but yeah, good to hear you in there, getting taking care of some grass and what have you, and hanging out at the campground for sure. So I'm sure you're enjoying your time there, and before you know it, it's going to be Halloween. You'll have all the trick-or-treaters here. Get too ahead of ourselves. So thanks for checking in, riding along with us tonight there, Harold. Always a pleasure to get you on the list. Next time you see Kitty Cat, give her a pet on the head for me. So with that, we'll clear with Harold. Let's drop down and pick up Leonard here out of Madison Heights. That's Wolverine 639. Super glad I got to meet this fellow at the picnic. AD8FK, good evening, Len, and stand by W9WN John. You're on deck.
Well, thank you, John. The picnic was a memorable time. We'll be looking back on it for a long time in the future here. Until the next one, for sure. N8SOB and the wonderful Wolverine single sideband net. This is Alpha Delta 8 Foxtrot Kilo Leonard in Madison Heights, Michigan, where we enjoyed a beautiful day here, a beautiful summer August afternoon, and we start out with the wife and had some Bible reading and prayer, and we've got some news this morning on the CRS group that Bob, WB8ATZ, was hit by a truck, van, and I sent you a text or email, Sean, if you want to check. I think there's some pictures there you might be interested in of Bob. I went over to see him this afternoon at his residence and enjoyed a nice visit in his shitty backyard. And he's in good spirits. You know, he sure looks like a mess though after getting hit by that van. It did a number on him, but he'll recover. The worst of it was a fractured ankle bone and a toenail. His right toenail got pulled back. He says that hurt most of all for the time being, and he didn't even notice the ankle. They found that and taken X-rays. Of course, they checked him out thoroughly at the hospital. Went into Beaumont there. He was there for 8 or 9 hours at Beaumont getting all the checkouts. So he does have a cast on his left ankle foot, and he's skinned up pretty good. So anyway, he doesn't check in. He's just likes to join in on the CRS group and doesn't get on too much, although he's got a great station. Sean will tell you about that. So anyway, we did get my disco and antenna that I picked up a couple weeks ago in a garage sale. It was all in a package and everything else. No ID on it, but I recognized it and picked it up for a couple bucks. And DX Engineering wants probably about, I think I saw there $150 to $175 for between the Comet and the other guy that sells the antennas there. CRS moment. Anyway, it got up there and it's working, and he'll give me a nice receive antenna for my scanners and so forth. So we'll add it to our collection up on top. And let's see, I also want to say hello to WB8 ZHC, Gary. He's I don't know, he was thought I might be on a little bit earlier, but he's been listening. He's has got his eaves troughs tuned up, so he listens and talks Pretty good. He was able to tune him up with his tuner on his eavesdrops and gets on the CRS group a time or two, and I don't know what else he does. But with that call sign, you can recognize he's been a ham for a while. And we were chatting on 2 meters. I understand 2 meters are wide open, so we got pushed off the calling frequency and finished up on a couple hertz away. Let's see, that's about it for now. That I think I've blown my nickel. And, I wanted to mention to Jeff, boy, he must have the same menu that we had here. Chicken, big chicken with broccoli, and we did have some green peppers with it, so we enjoyed that tonight. I brought it down here and enjoyed listening to the Sean and the Wolverine single sideband net, and we'll turn it back over to you there, Sean. N8SOB, this is AD8FK.
All right there, Len. Yeah, I just checked my email. I don't see anything. When did you send that?
Just before I started transmitting, so it might take a few more minutes.
Okay, yeah, if you send some pictures, yeah, it might take a little bit. Okay, real good there. Yeah, I like some chicken. It's probably, between chicken and meat, for meat, it's probably my favorite for sure. So, definitely good meals there. Well, I appreciate you checking in, and, yeah, I heard about that, man. He said he put a big dent with his head into the van or something, and, man, that guy, he's a strong old guy, that's for sure. That guy just keeps on ticking. And, yeah, the only time I ever hear Bob on anywhere else is on that the DX60 group Sunday mornings there on the AM group. So I do hear Bob on there every once in a while. So, man, you're sounding good there, Len. I had you 10-15 over, no problem. Real good, no RF, nice clean signal, and it's working good. So it looks like the last time you're working on that antenna is paying off for you, buddy. So thanks for checking in. With that, we'll clear with Len, 88FK. Before we pick up John in Columbia City, let's take a quick pause to see if there's anybody else out there who would like to check in with us on the Wolverine single sideband net. Please call N8SOB.
Kilo Mike 8, Romeo Tango Yankee.
All right, I missed 2. I got Marty, got you at number 45, buddy. Who were the other stations?
KC9, KRX returning.
KAR. Okay, all right, I got you there, Brad, on the recheck. No, we haven't gotten to you yet. We're getting ready to do number 17, and I got you at 21, so you're not too far off, Brad. Roger?
Roger.
Sean, can you mark me in and out? I just wanted to check in and say hi.
All right there, Marty. We got you in and out, and then we got KC9IVO. That was you, Harold?
Roger.
All right, good deal. We got you at 46. There was still another station in there. Kind of has some noise on your audio. You want to try it again? Okay, Quebec X-Ray. I got the call, Kilo 8 Romeo Quebec X-Ray. All right there, Bruce. We've worked you before, but you got got a real bad buzz on your audio.
Okay, I'm operating portable with a small portable amp, so just make me in and out, and I'm going to see if I can take the amp offline. 73.
Okay, yeah, definitely a good signal if you're running portable. Yeah, something definitely is not sounding good there. You can probably see it in a carrier form, but like I said, you're 5 over, no problem hearing you. That's got some noise in there. So hopefully you figure that out there, Bruce, and definitely I got you in and out tonight. Thanks for stopping by and joining us, that's for sure. Good luck on the portable station with a good signal too. Anybody else before we go up and pick up John in Columbia City? All right, W9WN, that's Wolverine 586. Good evening, John, and stand by Ed, November 8th to Yankee, India.
Yeah, N8SOB and the Wolverine single sideband net, W9WN. Well, good evening, Sean. Good evening, everybody on the net and everybody that's hearing me. And thanks for doing the net this evening. Well, I'll tell you, if you operate weak signal stuff on 2 meters, the last 3 or 4 days there's been some fantastic, spectacular openings on 2 meters. I think I've added about 6 or 8 states to my count that I have confirmed on Logbook of the World. And I worked Kansas this morning on FT8. I've worked Mississippi, worked Louisiana, several states on the East Coast. It's just been phenomenal. Last night I worked Wisconsin, and I think Iowa. It's really been something. With these warm days and cool nights, it's really, really been hot. So, not much else here, Sean. It was nice meeting you at the picnic, and congratulations on the Station of the Year, that's for sure. And with that, we'll say 7-3. I got to run to Fort Wayne here and pick up something. So, we'll say 7-3, and turn it back to you. N8SOB and the Wolverine Single Sideband Net, W9WN. Good evening.
All right there, John. Yeah, it was definitely a pleasure to meet you as well, and get a look of what you're working. Oh, excuse me. Working with there in the mobile, and thanks for the kind words there. But yeah, that's really neat to hear about 2 meters in the high bands there being open like that. That's pretty impressive. I enjoy that. So that's good to know. I've been scrolling around just kind of not listening, but looking through and seeing all kinds of signals through. And I just got an FM, Yaesu single bander here, and I'm seeing a lot of signals just going through. So it's pretty neat stuff there, John. Thanks for being in there, my friend. Safe trip to Fort Wayne, and hopefully we get you back in here tomorrow. So with that, we'll clear with John. Let's drop down and pick up Ed here in Mendon. Wolverine 334, a pioneer of the net. November 8, Yankee India. Got QSL card in the envelope. Gotta send it out there and get it out in the mailbox here. So we got one all made up for you. That appreciate getting that card. I enjoyed it. So over to you, and stand by, small block Chevy.
Well, good afternoon, Sean, and everyone else on the net tonight. Well, right now we have about 79 degrees here still, so it's still plenty warm. Got home from work and just came in the shack here, just stay cool and just take it easy. Yesterday I didn't get much accomplished too after church. I was sweating pretty good in the shade, so I just took it easy and inside last night too. So not much else going on here. We are kind of getting ready for our county fair coming up in a little less than 30 days. St. Joe County Fair in Centerville. It's towards the end of September. So that's about all we got going on here. Kids are just getting the animals ready. And with that, we'll say 73's all. Signals are coming in pretty good. When I got in on the pre-net, had a little bit of QRM, but everything seems to be getting a little quieter on here now. Everybody's coming in. Sean, you're maybe about 10 over or so. So with that, we'll say 73's all from N8YI.
Right there, Ed. Real good. Yeah, real good signal on you. Got you about an S9 or a little bit above, and I have a 0 noise level, so even a 5.5 signal report from me is good. So good deal there. Glad to have you aboard, and definitely don't have too much on the list from you before the last time when you checked in with me last week there. And that was the first time I had you checking with me since back in 2022. So good to get you back in here, and 2 weeks in a row there, Ed. So definitely enjoy that. So thanks for checking in. Thanks for the card again, like I said, and hopefully we get you in here more often for sure, buddy. Sounding good. So with that, we'll clear with Ed, and let's drop down and pick up small block Chevy. That's Ray in Collierville, Tennessee. 496 on the roster. KJ4SBC. Good evening, Ray, and stand by. Wham Bam. Thank you, Sam.
SOB and the group. This is Control Julius Forrest here, Ronald County, right out there in Collierville. Let's see, 86 or 96 Charlie, it was 98, and heat index went all the way up to 110. So kind of warm on the outside. So we sit on the cool side of the door for most of the day, just kind of enjoying it. And looks like we'll have to get out so I can do some work tomorrow. Anyway, let's see here. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is going to be triple digits, and heat index is going to be 110 to 115, so just have to put up with it. Other than that, not a whole lot going on. Went to the ham fest last weekend, went to Huntsville, and it was awesome. Got to meet a whole bunch of call signs out there and put a face to them. that was a great trip up there. Anyway, we're going to say 73 to everyone. Everyone have a great evening and a good week. And we'll catch you probably tomorrow night. And I do have a list for the next one, which I have run myself. Anyway, 73 all. This is Kilo Juliet Forrest, Sierra Bravo Tony. We're going to turn back over to NASOB. Thank you, sir. Doing a fantastic job. Take it away.
All right there, Bob. KJ4SBC at 8SOB. Holy tamale, it is warm. When they talk about heat indexes in the hundreds and you're talking 110, that's quite warm there. So it sounds like you better stay on the cool side of the door. Good deal on having a good time in Huntsville. Sounds like a good time there, Ray. And hope you have a good hurricane night. Real good copy on you tonight there, buddy. Appreciate you checking in for sure. Stay cool and take care. So with that, we'll clear with Ray. Let's drop down and pick up my buddy Sam in Manchester. That's Wolverine 531 and 8XUY. Good evening, Sam, and stand by KRX. Brad, you're on deck. Pick it up, Sam.
November 8, Sierra, Oscar Bravo, and 8SOB. Good to hear you tonight here on the Wolverine single sideband net. Nice crowd you've put together here on the net, and good to hear everybody. All the signals are really sounding good into Manchester. Good band conditions. Sorry to hear about W8JWE, Jim over there, the voice of great Lake St. Clair. Always a treat hearing him. And I met him at one of our picnics. Big guy. He's like another one of my twin brothers, just a big guy. And enjoyed him always checking in. He was so funny sometimes. But, you know, I knew that he was a retired Detroit Edison worker. He knew his stuff. He knew about power distribution. And he would sometimes complain that after he retired, you know, maybe they weren't keeping up with things the way they should have. But he was always good to hear and always fun. But, Sean, you're doing a great job here tonight. And I'm going to say to everyone, I hope everybody has a fine Monday evening. I hope you feel better, Sean, and I'll shoot it back in your direction. All good in Manchester. No complaining from N8XUY. And back to the station of the year for 2023. N8SOB. Take care, everybody.
All right there. Yeah, I seen that he graduated college as an engineer degree as well in electrical. So, yeah, he definitely knew his stuff for sure. So, whoa, I got to sneeze here just a minute. No, it's going to be a lingering one. I'm just going to have to stop when it comes. So good signal. 25 over Sam is booming up here into the thumb. Always a pleasure to get you in here, keeping us all in line, and definitely appreciate all the kind words. Good deal. I know what do they say, complaining, and everything is just smooth as it goes. So good to hear that. Have a great night there, Sam, and thanks again, buddy. With that, we'll clear with Sam. Let's drop down and go to Hobart, Indiana, to pick up Brad. That's Wolverine 640. KC9KRX, good evening, Brad. And then we'll pick up Maury after that, and then we'll take a quick pause for more check-ins. Pick it up, Brad. Your turn, buddy.
Alrighty, N8SOB, KC9KRX. Good evening there, Sean. Thank you for doing it. Starting to hear more people now. Band seems to be coming around. That's a good thing. Couldn't hardly hear too much earlier. But 77 degrees, had a high of 86. Going to be pretty warm tomorrow, I guess, so they say. I know where this fella's going to be. But other than that, hope everybody's doing okay and having a good evening and relaxing as it kind of winds on down. And just wanted to come in and say hello, wave my hand hello, and we'll ride along. Sean, thanks for doing it tonight. Got a pretty good list going there. N8SOB, KC9KRX, 73 to all.
All right there, Brad. Well, stay on the cool side of the door if you can. And, yeah, sounding real good yourself. Got you about 10 over, so no problem hearing you there, Brad. Glad we can get you in here tonight. And always a pleasure to hear what's going on around Hobart, Indiana. Stay cool, Brad. Hope to hear you tomorrow night, buddy. Thanks for checking in. With that, let's drop down and go to Monroe and pick up Maury, see if he's still awake or if we put that guy to sleep. WB8PFC, and then after Maury, we'll take a quick pause before we pick up Gary and Spruce for more check-ins. Pick it up, Maury. That guy, he's something. He fell asleep. All righty. With that, let's go ahead and open it up here and see if there's anybody else that would like to get on the list for the Wolverine single sideband net. Please call N8SOB.
Comment.
Go ahead, Irv.
Current price is Chicago 3, Detroit 0 in the second.
Oh, 3-0. Oh, maybe I should turn it on here. Okay there, Irv. Thanks for the update. Any check-ins before we go up to Gary? All right, nothing heard. KD8GFL out of Spruce, Wolverine 402. Good evening, Gary, and stand by, Larry. You're on deck.
Well, good evening, Sean. Good evening to everybody out there tonight. They're sounding pretty good tonight for a change. Nice to have everybody coming in. Anyways, KD8GFL, Gary up here in Spruce, Michigan, where it's presently 67 degrees. Not bad for this time of night, my gosh. Not bad at all. Especially this time of the year, we're starting to decline. But anyway, the band is impressive tonight for me. And maybe not everybody, but it is for me. I've been hearing some very good calls out there, so that's great. Hopefully it sticks around. And, let's see, you called somebody there from Monroe. I was just there Thursday. We had a funeral to deal with. My wife's aunt is 97 years old. So we were there for that there, and then we stayed in Dundee at her son's house, so... And we had a good time with the grandkids while we're there. Might as well may have some fun while we're doing it. But anyway, it was kind of sad. And then we went and looked around at one cemetery there where she was buried. My wife's parents were also buried there. So, yeah, it's quite a bit of the family is in one small area. It's kind of interesting, but and we got to sit and have lunch with my sister-in-law, and I haven't been able to see her for quite a while, so it was nice to be able to visit with her. We had a good time. So anyway, I'll shut up and give it back to you, Sean. Thanks, KD8GFL.
All right there, Gary, KD8GFL and 8SOB. Well, real good there, going and hanging out with the family there in Dundee. Sounds like a good time. Yeah, might as well make fun of it while you can. That's for sure. So, sounding good tonight. Definitely always appreciate to get in here and check in for sure. So. Definitely appreciate it. Kind of lost a little bit. I had somebody wanting to tune up right on the frequency. Never understand that. So that's all right, though. Thanks for checking in, Gary. Riding along with us tonight. It's always a pleasure. And thanks for being in there, too. So enjoy the rest of your evening, and maybe we'll get you in here tomorrow night. So with that, we'll clear with Gary. Let's pick up Larry in Plymouth. That's Wolverine 564. Hopefully we beat this guy to the dinner bell. Or maybe he's back by now. WB0RMN, good evening, Larry, and stand by Jamie.
Well, I am back. I had a piece of chicken, a little bit of macaroni and cheese, and it was all good, and it's all over with, and the dishwasher's running. So I'm in great shape. I hope Tuner Upper is done for a while I'm talking at least. But had a good day here, 75 degrees. Got a little bit of a bunch of pictures from my daughter who is traveling in New York State now with her grandchildren and my great-grandchildren. They visited a glass blowing factory yesterday and sent a whole bunch of pictures of glass being manufactured. Good-looking stuff. I can remember when they were pastoring down in West Virginia that there were a couple of glass blowing factories down there we visited a long time ago. I think they've all closed up by now. Anyhow, been a good day. And granddaughter was here, her and her husband, and took the trash cans to the curb and did all that for this old dude. So very grateful. And they'll be back later on, and we'll have a little Chinese. I think that's Thursday night. So anyhow, been a good one. And Sean, the band's in great shape. I even heard Ray tonight. I don't often hear Ray, but I did tonight. So the band is in good shape. And that's it from here. 7-3. God bless WB0RMN.
All right there, Larry. Good deal on having a good day. Yeah, the band is in decent shape tonight. That's a good deal. You're able to hear Ray out there. So, yeah, when you hear different people that you normally don't hear as well or hear really at all, and you start hearing them, you just know that the band is in good shape. So good conditions to test out antennas, that's for sure. So always a pleasure to get you in here. Glad you got the dinner out of the way, and now you get to kick back, relax that, and enjoy the rest of the net. Definitely appreciate you riding along and all your kind words you have, Larry. Definitely warms my heart, buddy. Definitely it's a privilege to know you, that's for sure. So with that, we'll clear with Larry. Let's drop down and go to Jamie here in Wolverine 314, N8YDJ. Good evening, Jamie, and stand by, Irv.
Good evening, Sean, and everyone on the wonderful Wolverine Net. N8SOB, this is N8YDJ from Navarre, Ohio, and it was a pretty warm day today and a hard day at work, but we got through it. And hope everybody else is doing good. And for those tuner-uppers, just obviously there's a few people that don't know it, that it's not polite to tune up on frequency. You want to move down, three down or three up, and tune up. It's not going to make a difference on your signal. So for those who obviously don't know any better, please move up or down on the frequency when you're tuning up. And with that, I won't hold it. It's a long net, and I've dozed off a couple times admittedly, and I need to go take a nap. That's what I get for eating dinner early. I got tired. So anyway, Sean, doing a good job. 73, back to net, N8YDJ.
All right there, Jamie. N8YDJ, N8SOB. Yeah, it just blows my mind when people do that. It's just really crazy. And more than likely, they weren't even from here, probably up the band a couple of KCs as well. So, yeah, I think that's the biggest part of the practice, of amateur radio practice there. It's just... it just blows my mind. Anyway, you're sounding good tonight, Jamie. Got you 15, almost 20 over. Sounding good coming out of the great Buckeye State, that's for sure. And, yeah, nap, that definitely sounds good. It's too late for my nap now. After the net, I'll be thinking about going to bed here shortly. So the naps are out of the question. Got one of those in earlier. So, well, if you do, hopefully it's not too long. If it is, then you get to get up, maybe play some radio and tonight or so. So, hey, thanks for checking in, Jamie. Sounding good. With that, we'll drop down and pick up Tom in Yale. That's Wolverine 605, N8ERV. Good evening there, Tom, and stand by, Andy. Yep, Tigers aren't looking so good. One hit, buddy. Pick it up, Tom.
Well, thank you, Sean, and good evening to everybody on the net. And I hope everybody had a good day. I know I did. I've been listening and carving. I did my grocery shopping today and bought myself a pack of green beans. Only the girls will know what that is, but I cut them all up so I can put them in jars and can them for the winter. And Sean, you got this thought in my head that's been here for a few hours. I don't have a lot of thoughts up there. I don't keep a lot up there, but it messes up the dust too much. But I'm sorry, Taz, but I was going to ask, you may not even be there now, Taz, but when he goes to this water buffalo meeting, Sean, I'll direct it to you. Do they put these hats on their heads and they ride the bull like they do at Gillies? Okay, so maybe I got a smile out of the doors. With that, back to Sean. You're sounding good. You're running the net. Keep it going. And hi, Andy. I saw you on FT8 a couple of times, but I couldn't work you. But I'll keep trying. N8ERV.
N8ERV, N8SOB. Yeah, you know, I've had a couple stations that I would hear, that I would know kind of locally. You wouldn't think that you would get them, and I try working them. I'm seeing them call CQ and just just couldn't work them. So Andy, Herb tried to work you on FT8, buddy, and he couldn't make the contact. So yeah, it doesn't look like a well-packed house in Detroit. It's a good night for a baseball game. Probably more people than what you expect for a team that's in third place. So 3-0 already in the top of the fourth. So well, hopefully we can get it together. Our pitcher can get in, and looks like he's doing all right here. So you had me pull up the game here. So thanks for checking in there, Tom. Good signal here. Definitely working good for you. So other than that, that's all we got for you there, Tom. So maybe we'll catch you on Simplex later. I got the radio on now. So with that, we'll clear with Tom. Let's drop down and pick up Andy here in Burton, Ohio. Wolverine 602, AB8MO. Good evening, Andy, and stand by, George.
N8SOB, this is AB8MO. How copy?
20 over, buddy.
Okay, my relay's sticking again. Gee, you're only S2. Anyway, but yeah, you're making it in there just fine there, Sean. So great. The band's in great shape from what I can tell. I think I'm hearing just about everybody. I'm kind of gradually moving over to an SDR as the night goes over. Some of the weaker signals I can't hear anymore, and it's not because of anything they're doing. So anyhow, got Taco Monday going here, if there is such a thing, here in the AB8MO household here. So just browned up. I like ground turkey. Actually, I prefer ground turkey with taco seasoning. I just like the mild stuff. I know I'm boring. I don't like anything that's spicy. So I just like some mild Italian, mild taco seasoning with that. So anyway, you're sounding good here, Sean. That was cool. I was able to bring in what was that? His name was Bill or William, AC2 TS or something. And he said he was on Long Island. And once I picked him up, I heard him okay. He was weak, but I copied everything he said. So hopefully he'll come back here. And for mobile, that's actually quite respectable. Hearing all the way to the East Coast, because it's it's getting dark there. It's still light here. So that's just the way it goes. And to put out a good signal on 80, as a lot of us know, that's tough to do in the mobile. So I think he wasn't giving himself enough credit for what he was using. So hopefully he'll come back here real soon. So did the work thing. Sounds like you got exactly what I had a month ago there, Sean. I brought my brother and I brought home a really nasty cold from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, from our trip, and it took me a good week, and it took me a good solid 2 weeks before I was actually better. It was a slow climb out of it, but anyway, who knows? It could be COVID 10.0. I don't know anymore, but all I know is I was feeling crappy, and it sounds like you got the same thing, although, I don't know, you must have taken a lot of meds or something, because I don't really notice any difference in your voice there, but I hope you feel better there soon there. Thanks for picking up the net despite you feeling lousy. I don't know, I probably would have just passed it off to somebody, but I know how you enjoy talk with everybody, so get well soon there, Sean, and get on 2 meters, see if you can get into 146.445. You might also try the repeater here that I'm a part of here, 147.015. It's a high-profile repeater too, and that's a 110.9 hertz tone. shoot, you might even hear Auburn, Indiana, too. The band's open, too. That's probably about the same distance away from you as Newberry, I'd say. That's in, Norm's backyard. All righty, my friend's blowing me up on JT Alert here, the messenger here, about all the stations he's working on, 2 meters and 6 meters FT8 today. Back to you there, Sean. Everybody have a great evening and a sweet old boy. This is AB8MO.
All right there, Andy. AB8MO and 8SOB. Good business there. Yeah, it's just sinuses for sure. It's glad I got it out of my chest for the most part, as long as I don't start laughing. But yeah, it's I can still play radio, what have you. It's tough. I've resorted to snot rags now instead of Kleenex. I've already went through a roll of toilet paper. That's expensive. So oh boy. And then I see the Tigers. As I pass it over to you, the Cubs hit a home run, so it's 4-0 Cubbies. Oh boy. I bet you. I know we didn't hear that from Brad. Brad loves the Chicago Cubs. They're beating up on our Tigers, Brad. So yeah, man, it's just crazy to hear about all this 2-meter activity, and I kind of regret not having the 706. Makes me want to get a 9700. Have a great night there, Andy. Yeah, you were 25 over, so definitely that is working real well for you. Thanks for checking in, buddy. Always a pleasure to talk to you as well. So with that, we'll clear with Andy. Let's drop down and pick up George in Lombard. That's Wolverine 581 out of Lombard, Illinois, WA9UJR. Good evening, George. And then after George, we'll take a quick pause for more check-ins. Go ahead, George.
SOB, this is WA9UJR. Good evening, Sean, and all the Wolverines. Great signal here tonight. Yes, the band is in a whole lot better condition tonight than it has been in the past few weeks. I'm stopping most of the stations direct now, not even requiring the SPR. And you're pumping in anywhere between 10 to 20 over 90 here. We got up to the mid-80s today, and we're expecting a real heat wave the next few days, slowly climbing up to about 100 degrees on Thursday. So we're definitely going to be staying on the cool side of the door and puttering around in the shop. With that, we'll wish everybody a good evening. Stay on the cool side of the door if you happen to be in the heat wave area, and we'll talk to you all soon. N8SOB, this is WA9UJR 73, over.
All right there, George. Yep, sounds like you're in that heat wave as well, so I hope you stay cool. Got a decent copy on you tonight. No problem hearing you out of Lombard tonight. So definitely, like I said, stay on the cool side of the door, and always a pleasure to get you in here, George. Definitely glad that we could get you in here, and hopefully we hear you tomorrow as well. So 7-3's there, George. Take care, buddy. Stay cool. With that, we'll clear with George. Before we pick up Jerry in Benton Harbor, the ultraviolet alien there, let's take a quick pause and see if there's anybody else that would like to check in with us on the Wolverine single sideband net. Please call N8SOB. All righty, hearing nothing. WB8UVA. Good evening, Jerry. Always a pleasure to get you here on Monday nights. And then stand by the pea shooter in Highland, George, the AC9XN. You're on deck, George. Pick it up, Jerry.
NASOB, WBA-UVA. Well, good to hear you for the last 2 weeks. I missed talking to you there, boy. The band was in bad shape. And so I missed chatting with you there. And I'm 74 degrees, I think that's what I'm doing right now. Was up to 83 today, so I dropped way down. And I don't make many mistakes, but I think I made one this time. I ordered my new license plate, and I put it for a call fleet. And they want, of course, I want a copy of my license. And I think that I sent the original in. I don't know. I don't know if the FIN number changes there. That's a question I had too. If every time you get a new license, if your FIN number changes there. So I'm going to call them tomorrow and tell them to check for my laptop, and I picked up a Canon, and I got a pretty good deal on it. Got everything that went with it, except they didn't give me any copy paper. So I guess I might have to buy my own. And I got it on sale for $99 there, so I guess I couldn't complain too much about not getting any paper. I got everything else, and it's wireless, so I got all the software, everything that I needed, so be doing that probably the rest of the week. Yeah, I don't know, might wait for grandson to get over here over the weekend. I know he's coming over because his sister's got a birthday on Sunday, and we're celebrating that on Sunday, so get that taken care of. And other than that, it's kind of laying in the shade and taking it easy. NASOB, WBA, UVA.
All right there, Jerry. Well, hopefully you get that grandson over there, help you figure out all that good stuff. And yeah, when the FRN number and all that, I'm not too sure. I know you need that number to renew your license and all that, and I'm just glad I don't have to go through that for any time soon here. And so yeah, I don't know if that changes or not. So that's just thinking about it gives me a headache. So hopefully you get everything squared away there, Jerry. Always a blast to hear your voice and conversate with you as well there. And hey, the band, it works out the way it is, but at least we got you in here on the month of August for sure. Last time I had you was July the 31st, so good to get you back in here after a couple weeks there, Jerry. 7-3 to you again, and thanks for checking in. Always good to hear you on Monday nights. So with that, we'll clear with Jerry, WB8UVA. Let's drop down and pick up the whistle, the peanut whistle, down in Highland, Indiana. Wolverine 593, AC9XN. Good evening, George, and stand by Tony, UGB.
The big signal.
Okay there, November 8th, Sierra Oscar Bravo from Michigan Blowtorch, Net Control Extraordinaire, and Wolverine Station of the Year 2023. This is the Alpha Charlie 9 X-Ray November down here on the Planter's Peanut Whistle in beautiful Highland, Indiana, where there's always something exciting going on. Just have no idea what it is. Thanks for getting me in tonight, Sean, as usual. You are living up to your legend of being the Net Control Extraordinaire. You're doing a great job, and a lot of stations are coming in that I normally don't hear. So band conditions are starting to pick up, and they can only get better from here till next April. So you're doing a good job as always. There's a lot of tropospheric ducting tonight. Milwaukee, I can pick up Milwaukee on my VHF coming in loud and clear, and I'm communicating up into Wisconsin and across the lake into the repeaters in Michigan on 2-meter FM. So heavy tropospheric ducting tonight. And I heard a question about your FRN. Anybody that needs to forgot their FRN, go to your QRZ page and click on FCC data. That little window will pop right up. Take you right to the FCC. It'll show you your FRN number, when your license was issued, when it expires, and your previous call sign, if any. So just wanted to drop by, say hello, give everybody a big wave, and see if I can check in tomorrow. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is my cardiac rehab, and Tuesday and Thursday this week I got to take Margaret to University of Chicago for some treatment. So back to you, buddy. Doing a great job. Alpha Charlie 9, X-Ray November 73, and God bless the Wolverines.
Comment.
Go ahead, comment.
Yeah, George, just saying we're there with you with Margareta, and have a good trip on Thursday. Katie 9 Arnie.
Okay, thank you.
All right, real good. Yeah, I second that for sure there, George. Hopefully all treatments are going well for your better half there, and your doctor's appointments as well. Sounds like you're pretty busy there, George, but sounding good tonight. Definitely the pea shooter is doing great, so definitely sounding good there, George. Always a pleasure to get you on board, and thanks for checking in tonight, buddy. And I meant to mention, I pulled out that book for a few today as well, and kind of sat back in bed and started going over some of the stuff there. So we do got it out, and it's sitting right next to me. So anytime I get an extra chance, I'll be pulling it out, and I think about my buddy George. So thanks again for that. So with that, we'll clear with George. Let's drop down and see if Tony stuck around. Wolverine 502 K8UGB. Good evening, Tony, and stand by BCF Bob. You're on deck.
Well, the moment I've been waiting for. This is K8UGB in New Buffalo, and hopefully you're hearing me all right. I just got things set up here, and going to leave it like this for a while so I can play with this radio more, at least when I'm here in the office. And I've never used this particular headset on this particular radio, so I know it works. I have one at home, so it probably works maybe better than anything else I've got, other than, I don't know, maybe the hand mic is really good. But anyhow, well, let's see. I'll end up doing some traveling this week. It's been a Monday, I guess. I had my schedule all set for the week. It was already full. Now it's really full. And we'll be making our way across the state. I got to be at Lansing at Michigan State University tomorrow, and that'll be just about an all-day deal. And then when I finish up there, most likely I'll have to continue my journey northeast. Almost probably your backyard. I'll be going to Croswell. Hopefully I can accomplish whatever I need to accomplish there in one day, because I don't relish the idea of spending too much time away, especially since it all pays the same. So it makes it a little tough not to have, if you don't have the incentive. We did get a chance though this last week. This last Saturday though to play more radio than I've played in months. We were out with the LaPorte County Amateur Radio Club, and we were down at the Michigan City Lighthouse. And we were doing Lighthouse on the air type, the activation kind of thing. I only actually, when I was there, I only worked 4 lighthouses. But I worked probably 60 or 70 stations altogether, all 4 corners of the country, and several Canadian stations, some South and Central America, quite a bit of Europe. It was a good time. Great weather. It's just wonderful to be able to get outside. Because winter's coming. Who wants to play radio in the snow? Well, there are some people. I know some people. I am not one of those people. Anyway, we'd like a little comment, if you would, just to let me know how this thing sounds, because I can't hear it. And we'll turn it back to you so you can get carried on, because you've got a few more contacts here to make, a few more stations to service. From New Buffalo, Michigan, this is K8UGB with 100 watts in a wire.
All right.
I'm Wisconsin, Tony.
Yeah, this thing sounds really good. Any other comments for Tony's audio?
59 here, EBNMO.
Hey, well, 95 when you get done. I got you.
Yeah, that sounds really good, Tony. Nice and mellow, nice and warm sounding. Really good signal. Almost 20 over. And man, Andy, wow, you were 40 over just now. I think the band is getting charged up, fellas. So good deal. Glad you had fun there doing the lighthouse thing. That sounds like a good time. Got a list full of contacts all over the place. And, yeah, good deal there. So, yeah, that's sounding really good there, Tony, for sure. So, Croswell, yeah, that's actually where my youngest daughter lives, where the oldest used to live. That's where their mom lives, not too far from the Croslex High School up there. So, yeah, I make the trip up there at least once a week, so very familiar with there. You ain't going to be about 25, 30 minutes away from me, buddy. So, safe travels over this way, my friend. Hope that all goes well, and I'm sure we'll catch you down the list, my friend. Thanks for checking in. Whoop. All right, we'll clear with Tony there. Let's drop down and pick up Bob in Norcross, Wolverine 530 and 8 BCF. Good evening there, Bob, and stand by JAF Cal.
Quick contact.
Go ahead.
Yeah, George, did you say 9.5? I I thought he said 95. I hope I was right. Anyway, thanks. Oh, again?
He said Roger, Roger.
I doubled.
So you can't repeat it.
Oh, got you. I'll be there. K-UGB.
All right, good deal. All right, go ahead there, Bob. What's going on in Georgia? How hot is it down there, buddy?
Good evening, Sean, and SSB from November 8th. We're trying to find out Bob, Northwest Georgia. Well, Sean, we definitely living up to the name Hotland today. Got up to the mid-90s, a lot of humidity. I walked outside the back door of the office to do some things, and felt like I just stepped out the shower when I went back in. It was one of them days, and heard y'all talking about those 40-degree temperatures in the pre-net, and thought maybe Doris over there at Island doing taxes. I tell you what, we're not even thinking about those any time for the next couple of weeks. But anyway, Sean was in contact with Jersey Mike, and he wanted me to wave a hand at you and tell you hello. He was just getting out of work and heading to the house, and we were talking, so I wanted to pass that along. But other than that, I got a secret email, Sean. We'll get a little trick on your ring of the picnic. I'm not going to say it on the air, but we're just playing around with you. A little spark of bomb we were walking out just to say hello, but it's all good. We just had some fun. So, but other than that, things are slow right now at work. Once I got back from up there, we got confirmation on one of my big contracts. Another one got put on hold because it's got to go back through the permitting process. And then, it's just, one of the things, you give people a price, they say they're in a hurry to do it, and then it takes a while for them to get back to you. But we're in pretty good shape right now. Knock on wood, thanks the Lord above. Work is good. And consequently, I'm working hard 6 and a half today. Go in the office, get there, do what I can to stay busy. Leave about 3 o'clock. Then it will not last. We'll wait for the ocean to drop because it will. So, anyways, band is picking up good. Hearing almost everybody right now direct. And Sean, that monster station booming into Atlanta, no time whatsoever, sir. So, anyways, y'all have a great evening. Good hearing y'all. Stay please. And we'll catch you later on this week. LASLB from Eddie. BCL.
All right there, Bob. Yeah, great copy on you, anywhere between an S7 and S9, so 100% copy there. Yep, email is good on QRZ there, so you know how to get a hold of me there, and I'll be waiting for that there, bud. Glad everything is going well. Can't complain there, and definitely sounding good. So thanks for checking in there, and always a pleasure to get Norcross, Georgia on the list. So do take it easy, my friend, and I'm sure we'll hear you tomorrow. Until then, I'll wait for that email as well there, buddy. So with that, we'll clear with Bob. Let's drop down and pick up Cal. Wolverine 642, one of our newer members, N2JAF. Cal, see if he got his problem figured out. And after Cal, we'll take a quick pause for more check-ins. Pick it up, Cal.
Okay, N8SOB, N2JAF. Before I get too far into my comments, does it sound like that problem when I checked in has gone away?
The main problem went away, but your peaks are still clipping. But I think that's kind of always been there with you. But the main problem's gone, but you're still getting a little RF on your peaks.
Okay, fine business. I was trying a different microphone, and unfortunately it was a Kenwood hand mic, and I learned that all Kenwood microphones are not created equal. So my radio locked up, went into transmit mode, and all kinds of crazy stuff. It was turning on my paper shredder, so I went back. All right, and let's talk about my peaks. I'm working on that problem, and we're coming down to, it might be my Kenwood MC60 microphone, and I'm going to be doing some stuff tomorrow, and I'm taking other steps. I'm doing some electrical work in the shack, and hopefully the problem will go away. We do have a fix for the MC60, so we're going to try that too. I do want to congratulate you on the Man of the Station of the Year award. That's quite an honor, and I didn't get a chance to talk to you. And I wanted to let, I don't know if Taz or Doris or both or one of them is still listening, but I did get my certificate today with my membership information. And I got to say, I got into the hobby back in the late 70s, and in all these years I have never pursued any certificates of any kind or awards or anything. So I'm going to find a special spot for this certificate because it's the first thing I've ever earned that I can hang in the shack, and I'm pleased to be a part of the group. I think that's all I've got then. Sean, you're 5'9". You're always 5'9". Actually, I think at one point you were 20 over. 20 or 30 over S9. So that's why I'm usually checking in on Monday night, because I know I can hear you and you can hear me. But that's all I have, then. So I'm going to send it back to you, and I'll say good night to the other Wolverines, N8SOB. This is N2JAF in the group, and I'll be clear.
All right there, Cal. N2JAF, N8SOB. Yeah, I mean, other than that, other than the clipping, it's just it's just right on your peaks. Every time you say a word right at the end, it tap, tap. But it's not horrible. It definitely needs to be addressed for sure. Sounds like you're in the process of doing that. So hopefully you can get that taken care of. And other than that, good copy on you. Good signal as well. Appreciate the kind words. Thanks for that, definitely, and appreciate it. So hopefully you can get that all straightened out. And that other mic definitely sounded like it definitely held being keyed down. So that sounds like that won't work for you, buddy. So thanks for checking in, and glad that you can get that problem somewhat taken care of, and in the process of working on your own. And I'll tell you what, Doris definitely knows how to take care of us here on the net. Does a great job, and the membership packet definitely blew me away when I got mine, so it's a good thing there. I'm glad that you enjoy it there, Cal, for sure. So with that, 7-3s to you, and we'll clear with Cal. Before we pick up Bill in New Cumberland, let's go ahead and take a quick pause to see if there's any other check-ins for the Wolverine single-side band net. Please call N8SOB.
Good evening, Sean. This is KPD, Kilowatt 8 Papa Delta.
All right, got you, Paul. Wow, sounding real good, nice and loud. KPD 48. Who was the other station?
W1 CFL, which one Charlie Foxtrot Lima.
Hey, CFL, real good copy on you tonight there, Jim. Good evening. Anybody else who wants to be number 50?
Kilo Charlie 8, Victor Whiskey Alpha, Portable, Michigan.
Holy cow, Mike, you scared me. Toledo Mike, Portable, Michigan, number 50. Who was the other station?
Kilowatt Charlie 3, Victor November Bravo.
Victor. All right, KC3, Victor November Bravo. Brian, is that correct?
QSL.
All right, looks like a good deal. First time you've checked in with me. Not sure if you've checked in on the net before, but you stumbled across the Wolverine single sideband net, and I am currently at number 40 on the list with 3 in and out between that, and I got you at 51. So hopefully you can stick around and make some comments there, Roger.
Roger, I'll try.
All right, real good, and we meet here every single day at 2200 UTC, which is 6 o'clock Eastern, and definitely hope we can get you to stick around and get some comments and find out what's going on around Murraysville, Pennsylvania. Real good copy here on you in the thumb there, Brian. Any other check-ins?
November 1, Charlie Lima Golf.
November 1, Charlie Lima. What was the rest?
That's golf, Germany.
Okay, golf. All right, got you there, Ken. Worked you before. Look at that. We got Rhode Island in the house. So good evening there, Ken. We got you at 52. Anybody else?
Recheck.
There's that guy, Maury. We'll come right up to you right now. Go ahead. WB8PFC in Monroe. What's up, Maury?
Well, I missed my turn because I
had to go out, put the tractor away, and bring the truck up and park it, and some other odd jobs, get the mail in. Anyway, that's why I missed my turn. So anyway, don't have a whole lot to talk about. I did have some fun the other day. I got my shovel and went out by my shed, and I've got stone around it, and darn groundhog keeps digging holes under the shed, so I shoveled this stone back in the holes. I had 4 of them. 4 holes he had dug in under there, one on each side, and the rascal, I've been after him for a month, and I haven't been able to get him. And some buddies of mine come out to the shooting range and was plugging away out there, and boy, they had some high-powered rifles, and it drove that groundhog absolutely nuts. He was digging all around that shed trying to get out from underneath it, because they was inside the shed and the groundhog was underneath. It was a thin floor, so evidently they was destroying his hearing or something, but he got away again, so it's another contest for another day. Back to you, Sean.
I bet you're enjoying it. You're all excited about that bad boy. You're going to get him, Maury. Glad you can get on in here, getting the tractor all put away, and getting it all buttoned up for the night. Hey, that's all right. Glad we do got that recheck option as well there, Maury. Man, you were 30-35 over. Just a great signal up here into the thumb this evening there, Maury. Glad you could recheck, buddy. Hope you and your lovely bride have a great night there. I appreciate you checking in for sure. Always appreciate it. So with that, we'll clear with Maury. Let's drop down and go to West Virginia to New Cumberland to Bill, Wolverine 631, KV3OXH. Good evening, Bill, and stand by Echo Kilo Kilo. Donnie, you're on deck. Pick it up, Bill.
And 8 FOB from KV3OXH. Well, good evening, Sean. Everybody here on the net. Well, let's see. I've got 86 degrees currently. It went up to 89 today. It was a little bit hot in the hangar there this afternoon. I had a doctor's appointment this morning. They made a whole bunch of changes in medications, and he wants me to go get a nerve conduction test done. They'll be calling me up and letting me know when I have that appointment. Anyway, my fingertips are all numb. Both hands, it's been really hard to work here, so I can't tell what I'm picking up. Anyhow, everyone have a great evening. Sean, you're coming in here 20 over, good and strong, beautiful signal tonight. And I'm hearing most everybody else. The band does seem to be pretty good. Anyway, from the northern panhandle of West Virginia, this is KV3OXH. Back to the net.
All right there, Bill, KV3OXH and 8SOB. We're real good there. Always a pleasure to get you in here. Glad, thanks for the signal report, and now you're sounding good as well. S9 a little over, so Q5 armchair copy on you. Appreciate you checking in. Did we get a weather report? Is it warm there?
Yes, sir. I did say we had 89 today, and right now it's 86. It's starting to cool off.
Okay, yeah, I missed that. Okay, 89 degrees. Yeah, it's 64 degrees outside, 79 in the shack here. So definitely a good deal there. Well, I hope you can stay on the cool side of the door as much as you can. But I know you're one of them working men and always outdoors doing things there. So thanks for checking in, buddy. Really good copy on you. So with that, we'll clear with Bill. Let's drop down and pick up Donnie here in Clarksville, Wolverine 634, Kilo Kilo 4 Echo Kilo Kilo. Good evening there, Donnie, and stand by Mike, QWE. You're on deck.
Donnie's going to be in and out.
All right, thank you very much there, Ray. Mike, KE8QWE, Wolverine 606 out of Seville, Ohio. You're up, and stand by KE8IME. You're on deck, David. Pick it up there, Mike.
Kilo Echo Quebec Whiskey Echo. Well, hello there, Sean and everybody. The 2023 Station of the Year. Can't think of anybody else that's more deserving of it than you. I'm sorry to hear about Jim. You know, it makes me sad when somebody loses a fight. But I also know we are all going to have our time. So I just, you know, to me, having been through cancer twice, it just makes me sad. So in any event, I haven't even went out of the house today. I'm just working in the office. Sorry about that. Working in the office and I'm sorry, I've a lot of trouble with my allergies now, so just working in the office, just doing some errands around the house. Nothing overly productive, but I haven't really been sitting. I did have to take my nap, but you know, when you reach my age, a nap is an important thing. So everybody, stay safe, stay healthy. Whiskey Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to N8SOB. See you, folks.
Yeah, they call that the old man nap. Some call it a Social Security nap, others call it old man nap, retirement nap. Hey, you got to get those in there, Mike, for sure. Sounds like you stayed on the cool side of the door, didn't do too much, and normally, man, you're out doing all kinds of adventures. So sounds like a pretty chillax day for you there, Mike. Sounding good, man. 10:15 over, almost peaking 20. So definitely doing a great job out of Seville this evening. Thanks for all the kind words. I definitely appreciate it for sure. So with that, we'll clear with KE8QWE. Let's drop down and pick up David here in Sterling, Ohio. KE8IME. Good evening there, David. And then stand by Harold in Rock Island. You'll be up next. All right, maybe he's not there. He was had to go. KE8IME. You there, David? All right, nothing heard. Let's drop down and pick up Harold in Rock Island. That's Wolverine 368, KC9IVO. Good evening there, Harold, and stand by KPD Paul. You're on deck. KC9IVO, you there, Harold? All right, nothing heard. Paul in Holland, Michigan, Wolverine 598. Man, you were real loud when you checked in. KPD, what's up, Paul? And stand by CFL Jim.
Okay, good evening, Sean. N8SOB and the Wolverines, KPD. So you're booming in here also, so we must have a pipeline between us tonight. Not too much new other than I'm frustrated. I am doing something I hate to do, which is winding toroid coils. And my old fingers don't cooperate anymore very well. So, and this one has quite a few turns on it. So I'm just kind of wrestling with that and listening to the net and enjoying hearing everybody on. I was surprised Bob down in Narcross was booming in here as well. So sounds like the band's in good shape tonight. We had a fairly warm day here, but not too bad. In the very low 80s, and of course we're close to the lake, so we always have a nice breeze. Other than that, not much else. Back to you, Sean. N8SOB, KPD.
All right, there, Paul. Well, good luck on that winding of the thyroid, the triode bead there. That's I got a big one that's in my amplifier for the 160 meter part, and I sent it off and had it rewrapped and what have you from Swan Bob over in PA, and man, I'll tell you, the original one that I had, I took off the rewrap with tape and what have you, and yeah, that is not easy for sure. And it's almost like you can do a couple wraps, do it a little bit, and kind of take a break and rest your fingers in your hands and do it again. So, well, good luck for that, man. I hope that all turns out and you get it, and definitely stay patient with it. Good signal sounding good there, Paul, and appreciate the signal report as well. So with that, we'll clear with Paul, KPD. Let's drop down. Oh, I got sneeze. Man, Mike, I got the allergies and cold going on as well. Boy, no coughing no more. The sneezing and stuffed up. W1CFL Wolverine 636 out of Landis, North Carolina. Sounding good when you checked in there, Jim. Then stand by Toledo Mike, Portable, Michigan. Pick it up, Jim.
Roger that. W1 CFL. Thanks for the compliment there. Your full flight is down here, Sean. I believe I can probably hear you on my lips and my teeth. Yeah, definitely great signal tonight from weather's up to 94, 60 degrees down here in Lambert today. Definitely a day that we're presenting mechanical air conditioning. Definitely appreciate being inside on a hot, sticky day like today. Anyway, just wanted to check in and say 7-3 to all my friends there at the Wolverine Net, and it's back to you, Sean.
All right there, Jim. W1 CFL and 8SOB in the Wolverine single sideband net. 94 degrees. Holy tamale. Well, hopefully you can stay on the cool side of the door if you can help it. And yeah, real good copy on you tonight. That's a big plus. That shows signs of improvement there. So good deal there, Jim. Good to get you aboard tonight. Thanks for checking in, buddy. And definitely take it easy. Stay cool. So with that, we'll clear with Jim, W1 CFL. Let's drop down and pick up Toledo Mike, Portable, Michigan. And man, this guy scared me out of my seat. KC8VWA. Good evening, Mike. And we'll see if Brian in Murraysville stuck around. VNP-B. Pick it up, Mike. What's up?
Hey, my buddy Sean. Man, you're sounding good. You're about 60 over. Yeah, you scared me a couple times too there. I said, man, I got to come in here and say hello to Sean there. Well, I'll tell you fixed that amp, and whatever you did it right, because that's my meter don't go any higher. Sounded good, John. Yeah, not too much. Oh, a beautiful day up here. It was hot yesterday, but man, today it was nice. I was out there cutting the grass, getting things done in the yard, and doing things. And boy, I tell you what, I ran across a hornet's nest in the rocks on the shoreline, and I got in the shed and I found some spray, but I don't think it was the right spray. Boy, I tell you what, it was fly and tick and I don't know, some other kind of spray, and it didn't even it just came out in a mist, you know. So I got up as close as I could and tried to hit them. And that was the wrong thing. It just teed them off, and boy, they come out of there. So I had to go out and carry out and get some hornet and wasp spray that I can stand back 20, 30 feet and spray them, and they won't know what hit them. But other than that, everything's going good. Like I said, boy, you're loud too. Yeah, I ain't running nothing but 100 watts, Sean, and up here in the thumb, and yeah, you're sounding real good.
We're all good there, my friend. Well, I'm glad I got you 10 over. Your 100 watts is doing good, man.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sounds like you got a good crowd, and everything's going good on the net. KCAVWA, drinking some apple pie moonshine. Man, oh man, tasting pretty good. Getting ready to go back outside and sit around the fire. So thanks for picking me up, KCAVWA.
Here, I was thinking you're going to go back outside and mess with those hornets.
No, I sprayed them down, so they should be all done. I should hit them while it's just getting dusk. That's when they say to hit them. Pick me up, Sean. Man, big signal here. You did a good job with your amp there. KCAVWA, Claire.
They're all good there, Mike. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, it was once they found the parts and had to wait for them from China, and they're actually just a touch bigger than what I had in there. So between the band conditions and everything working well here, that's good stuff. When you start talking about the stuff that you went out there originally sprayed them with, oh, I could just imagine. Boy, I was laughing. Oh, I start coughing if I laugh too hard there, Mike. So, yeah, I had you 10 over, booming in here, no problem. Look at that. And the Tigers, the Torkelson just hit a home run. Look at that. 4-1 tie. Nope. The Tigers finally score. Now they're only down by 3. 1-4. The Cubs are beating us, but we just hit a homer. Look at that. Good deal. Thanks for checking in, Mike. Sounds like you're going to enjoy some apple pie moonshine. Enjoy the fire, buddy. Thanks again for checking in. All right, we'll clear with Toledo Mike. Let's see if Brian stuck around Murraysville, Pennsylvania. That's KC3VNB. Good evening there, Brian. Nice to meet you, acquaintance. And stand by Ken, Charlie Lima Golf. You're on deck, Ken. Pick it up, Brian.
And 8SOB, this is Kilo Charlie 3, Victor November Bravo. Hey, nice to make everyone's acquaintance. Honestly, I was just looking at the dial and saw your signal just absolutely booming, and I had to see what was going on with it. You are easy plus 40 coming here into southwestern Pennsylvania. And the other part is this is a part of the band that my antenna is a little bit sketchy on. So I was just also, experimenting to see if I could tune it properly and get out. And so far, my rig doesn't seem to be complaining. I hope I am getting out okay. It's also nice to hear a familiar voice already. KB3OXH, Bill in Hancock County. He's a regular on my local radio club net, and always has a great signal. Always great to hear him check in into the net at Skyview. So yeah, pleasantly surprised to already hear somebody here that I know. Other than that, we had a nice day, mid-80s. Still a little warm, still about 80 degrees, but it's cooling off quick, and I expect to have a pretty nice night here. So that's kind of the long and short of it for Murraysville. And 8SOB, back to you. This is KC3VNB.
Comment.
Go ahead, comment.
KC3VNB, this is KD9RNA. I've got pretty much a S8 copy on you and great audio up in Wisconsin. So you're doing good, man. You're making a nice trip up to the southwest corner of Wisconsin. KD9RNA, back to net.
Yeah, look at that, Brian. Yeah, so from UQTH over there to Wisconsin, doing a great job. I had U20 over here as well. So looks like the antenna's doing really well for you. So glad that you could stick around. We got some comments from you. Sounds like you had a little bit of a warm day there. It's cooling down. Hopefully it's not too bad for the nighttime. We got 64 degrees now, so it's almost it's nice sleeping weather getting there, and the humidity's kind of low. So yeah, very nice to meet your acquaintance. Glad that you heard Bill and a familiar voice there. That's always good. And like I said, this net meets here every single day, Brian, and the net starts at 2200 UTC. That number changes. But our Eastern time does change with the time change. So as of right now, we're at 6 o'clock Eastern. And any information that you would like to know, just we have a website. Just Google the Wolverine single sideband net as well. And we are also on NetLoggers. So glad you joined us here on 75 meters and worked on your antenna. That's good stuff. Glad that we got that all situated and got you on in here there, Brian. So don't be a stranger, my friend. Bring that great signal back here again. So with that, we'll clear with Brian. Let's go to the last person on our list here. That's Ken over there in Rhode Island. Don't get to Rhode Island too much. November 1, Charlie Lima Golf. Good evening there, Ken. How you doing tonight?
Doing just fine tonight. Welcome everybody to the net, and not a lot going on here. We had a pretty good stretch of weather we're going to be having, and we're going to continue all week here. It's got out of the 90s, and we're into the high 70s, low 80s, low humidity, so it's doing pretty good. Looking at about 10 over 9 here tonight, so pretty good signal. I don't know how I'm doing, but I'm running about 190 watts out of this FTD, what am I on? FTDX 101, so yeah, that's about it. We've had some good weather. I'm retired, so I don't do a whole lot during the day, but try to stay out of trouble and keep the wife happy. So I'm going to cut it short, let somebody else in here. If you could correct my state, that's originally when I signed in here, probably a couple of years ago, it was Rhode Island. I'm just over the border into Connecticut now, Canterbury, Connecticut. So if you could send that off to the powers that be, I'd appreciate it. N1CLG back to net.
Okay, yeah, I updated it here on my log. Sometimes it does that. My log collects anything from QRZ, and I remember we did this before. I looked when I had you check in with me last week. I seen that I changed it to Connecticut as well. So definitely, I just updated that in my log, so that won't come up again there. We got you in Connecticut there, and real good there. The Yaesu sounding good with 190 watts. Got you about 5 over here in the thumb of Michigan there, Ken. So definitely a pleasure to get you in here tonight. So thanks for checking in, riding along with us, and definitely hope to hear you again here soon. Great signal coming out of Connecticut tonight. So with that, we'll clear with Ken. He was the last on my list. So this is N8SOB. My name is Sean, located here in the thumb of Michigan, north of Detroit, and this is the Wolverine Single Sideband Net. Do I have anybody else before we shut her down?
Hey, Sean, N8SOB, K4HUM, Lenny, Burnsville, Georgia.
Whiskey, 8 Kilo Bravo, whiskey.
All right, we got you, Lenny. Got you, Max. Good evening, Max. Anybody else?
Alpha Bravo 4, Bravo Uniform.
Alpha Bravo 4, Bravo Uniform. Good signal out of you there, Wally. Good to hear you out of Florida. Look at that. Good evening. Anybody else?
Alabama.
Alabama. What's the call sign?
It is Kilo India 4, Oscar Lima.
KI4, OOL. Got you there, Ronnie. No doubt. Okay, anybody else? All right, picked up 4. We got 14 minutes, so I think we should be able to get through this list with no problem. Let's pick up Lenny in Barnesville, Georgia. Good evening, Lenny. K4HUM. Stand by, Max.
WNSOB K4HUM. Yeah, Roger, Sean, you're kind of booming in here. Evidently, I think you had something broken last weekend. I've been on the road this weekend. But anyway, good to hear everybody. I'll leave it at that. I just came back from the Huntsville Ham Fest, all indoors. All nice and cool air conditioning. You guys don't have to worry about the Ham Fest up there being air conditioned, but for crying out loud, this is a good ham fest, and it's so great to see hams gathered together from about 2, 3, 4 states away, from Florida to from Tennessee and Kentucky and Alabama and Mississippi and even Louisiana, of course Georgia and Florida. But anyway, it was a great time. I'll elaborate later. Only got time. I won't hold it up. Sean, doing a great job as usual. K4HUM, back to net.
All right, real good there, Lenny. Yeah, that's what Ray was saying. What a good time the Huntsville Ham Fest was. So that's good stuff. Good stuff. Glad that all went well. Nice air conditioning, cooled down, and hang out and look at some radio equipment. Sounded good tonight there, Lenny. Glad you can come aboard. And yeah, last week the amplifier was down for about 11 days or so until we got some parts and we got her back up and running. So that's the deal there. Thanks for checking in, Lenny. Have a great night and stay cool, buddy. With that, we'll clear with Lenny. Let's drop down and pick up my buddy Max here in Onstead. That's Wolverine 358, W8KBW. Good evening, Max. And, then stand by Wallace there. I think you go by Wally. You'll correct me there. You're on deck. Pick it up, Max.
Yeah, N8SOB. It's been so long I forgot your call, Sean. The Wolverine Net, W8KBW down here in down there, Brooklyn, out here in the middle of nowhere, whatever. I don't know where I'm at, but anyway, I'm just babbling. I didn't get up in time to catch the thumb net. I don't know if you were net control there yesterday or not, but I missed out on it. It was still on. I ran to the kitchen to get me a cup of coffee and came back and it was all over. So I thought, it was a short net, or it took me a long time to make the coffee or something. But anyway, I wasn't there. Anyway, I don't have anything exciting, Sean. Let you get the rest of them, and before you run out of time here, like I say, you're sounding good as always, booming in here. N8SOB 73 from W8KBW.
All right there, Max. Nope, wasn't my turn. My turn is this coming Sunday, so hopefully we can get you on the Michigan Thumb Net this Sunday. I'll be the net controller there. And Tom, that I was supposed to be it. He didn't. He was a no-show, so Chris picked it up. And Chris is pretty fast at running the net. He likes to get on out of there. So that explains that there, Max. But I like to stick in there until at least 9 o'clock anyway. So hopefully we catch you next Sunday. I might want to go through a little bit fast because Port Huron is having their trunk swap next Sunday morning as well. So all that good stuff. Good to hear you in here, Max. Hasn't been too long since I've heard from you, and always a pleasure to get you on here. I got you on here from a couple different nets, so I get to hear you. It's like you and George are the two that I talk to the most for sure between the Michigan nets here. So always a pleasure to get you on this one, Max. 7-3 to you, buddy. Stay cool. With that, we'll clear their buddy Max. Let's drop down and pick up Alpha Bravo 4 Bravo uniform down there in Florida. You're going to have to let me know what you go by so I can update the log here, buddy, and then stand by Ronnie.
Roger, she had a call maybe for you and named Wall. It's, everybody's sounding good down here tonight. Just wanted to say hello to everybody, and I'll turn it back over to you. AB4 be here.
All right there, Wallace. Got you 10 over here in the Thumb of Michigan. Real good copy on you. And thanks for checking in, my friend, for sure. I appreciate it. And let me log you in here. I got you in here one time before, back in March 15th of 2022. So it's been a little bit there, Wallace. Good to get you in here, buddy. So with that, we'll clear with him. And let's drop down and pick up Ronnie. 8 Mile, down the city of 8 Mile. Wow, isn't that crazy? We got a popular road here, 8 Mile in Detroit there, Ronnie. KI4OOL, what's going on with you, buddy?
I'm going to do just like HUM did there a while ago now. That Huntsville Hamfest was real fine. I met a lot of folks from a lot of different states there. Great big turnout. Really enjoyed it. It's about my 12th year anniversary and my 17th year in attendance. And we'll be back this year, table 41 and 42 against the back wall, Roger.
Look at that, already ready for next year. Man, sounds like they really knocked it out of the park with the Huntsville ham swap there, Ronnie. Glad you had a good time, and glad you're looking forward to it already next year, buddy. It's good to hear you in here. Real good copy, Roger.
Real good what?
I said I got a real good copy on you, buddy.
Roger on that, okay? I appreciate it. We're going to give it back to you there in net control. Kilo India 4, Oscar Lima. Enjoyed it.
All right, 7-3's there, Ronnie. Thanks for checking in, buddy. And glad to hear all the good words about the Huntsville Ham Fest there for sure. So with that, Ronnie was the end of the list. Do I have any other check-ins for the net? Please call N8SOB.
N8SOB, WY88.
Whiskey, Victor 8 Whiskey.
All right, we got WY8A, we got you, Larry, and then we picked up Alan there at Whiskey Victor 8 Whiskey. Look at that, two extra calls there, good signals as well. Let's go ahead and pick you two gentlemen up. Whiskey Yankee 8 Alpha. Good evening there, Larry. What's going on in Wyandotte?
Yeah, afternoon, quite a while. Don't have the amplifiers hooked up, so we're just running barefoot. Wonder if you've heard from Ken Johnson's WBA GTW in Florida, where you've heard it, a.k.a. now Bruce in Willis, Michigan, over?
I haven't. I think I've heard Bruce once. We did see him. He did show up to the Wolverine single sideband picnic 2 weeks ago. So did the other station I'm not too sure about, but I did hear we got to see Bruce Willis. Yeah, hey, Alpha Kilo 8 Lima. Yeah, we did get to see him a couple weeks ago there, Larry.
Supervisor when I worked for Chrysler, just wondered how he's doing. Okay, I'm not going to hold it up. I know it's getting closer in the net, so I'll get back to you, John. N8SOB, WY8A.
All right there, Larry. WY8AN, 8SOB. Yeah, it's been a little bit since we heard you back in March 20th of this year. So good to hear you back in here, and a little story about Bruce there. I think he did check in once or twice since the picnic, but yeah, he's still kicking for sure. It was real good to see him there. So good deal there, Larry. Thanks for checking in, buddy. You take care while I'm Wyandotte. Your 100 watts is doing a great job here into Port Huron for sure. So with that, we'll clear with Larry. Let's drop down and pick up Alan here out of Whitehall, Michigan. Whiskey Victor 8 Whiskey. Good evening, Alan.
Well, good evening. I think it's 98SOB, WV8W, Alan. Yes, in Whitehall, 4 miles from the Lake Michigan shoreline here, and out here in Studio C, which is the screen room, just watching a little preseason football and listening to you guys. I was spinning the dial, and I thought, boy, that voice sounds familiar, so checked in a couple times, I think, in the past. But anyways, mowed some lawn, just the usual today, but a beautiful day. They're a little sticky, but we'll take it. So, hey, thanks for letting me in. Thanks for doing it, and we'll listen along here, see what goes on. Whiskey Victor 8 Whiskey, thanks.
Real good. Well, Studio 3 sounding good there, Alan. No problem hearing you whatsoever. And good to have you aboard. Yeah, I looked up your QRZ page, and as soon as I seen your picture there with the dog, I said, oh, yeah, I remember working this guy. So, yeah, I had you back at the end of July one time and back in May as well. So good to hear you back in here again. Glad we can get you on the list tonight there, Alan. You take it easy, my friend, and sounding good, sir. So with that, we'll clear with him. Whiskey Victor 8 Whiskey. He is the bottom of my list. Last call. Anybody else? We got 4 minutes to go here for the net. N8SOB.
November 2, Victor Papa Juliet.
All right. I think I got this. Is that November 2, Victor Papa Zulu?
Negative. November 2, Victor Papa Zulu. I got my... Just say hello. Here in Western New York, running a Zygo G90 at 20 watts. I just wanted to say hi and say hello to everyone and see how things are going with you. I know you said you got 4 minutes left, so I won't keep you long.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Zygo sounding real good. I still didn't get the full call. I still got the November 2 Victor Papa. What am I missing there, bud? Juliet, yeah, you came way up. Got a little bit of QSB on you there, but got you now there. Real good. Well, the Zygo G90 and your 20 watts is doing a good job here in the thumb of Michigan. So appreciate you jumping aboard tonight. Hope you have a great night, and don't be a stranger, Roger. Well, this is the second time I've had you on the list, so you're not too much of a stranger. So I had you a couple weeks ago. So hopefully I hear you more often there, Robert. 7-3s to you, buddy.
Relay? Yeah, 73. So you have a good one. Like I said, if I catch you earlier, I'll talk to you a little bit more. So I'll say 73. I didn't get your call, I'm sorry. And I'll just say this is November 2 Victor Papa Juliet, and I'll be clear.
All right, real good. I got the relay standby. Yep, the call here is November 8 Sierra Oscar Bravo N8SOB, and the name is Sean. And definitely hope they get you in here a lot more. Yeah, signals is really starting to come up there, Robert. 7-3s to you, my friend. Ray, who was the relay?
Whiskey 5, Mike Delta Golf. Mike out of Locksburg, Arkansas. I've been trying to get in there a couple of times, Roger.
Oh, yeah, I should be able to hear him. Go ahead, Mike. You got a copy over? Okay, and I hear Louisiana. Okay there, Mike. Well, I appreciate it there, my friend. I could tell you're there. It was hard to copy what you're saying, so I appreciate Ray with the relay there, my friend. Real good to get our Arkansas station back in here, that's for sure. It's been a little while, back in April. So, again there, Mike, thanks again, and thanks again there, Ray, with the relay. And I'll go ahead and finish up with the Louisiana station, and then I'll close it down and hand it over to Ray. Who was the Louisiana station?
Louisiana, go ahead. Oh, Mr. Mike out of Shreveport is going to be in and out. Kilo Charlie 5, Oscar Hotel Oscar, Roger.
Oscar Hotel Oscar, in and out. Real good there, Mike. Okay, I got you. Thanks very much there, Ray. I appreciate it. So that puts me at 61, and I'm going to go ahead and say thanks everybody that joined us tonight here on the wonderful Wolverine single sideband net. Always a blast. It kind of made me feel a little bit better. Kind of made me forget about the sickness that I got going on tonight. So today as well. Anyway, 7-3s to all. This is N8SOB from Port Huron, Michigan. Now closing this evening's edition of the wonderful Wolverine single sideband net. 7-3s and good night to all.
Great job, Sean. When are you running out to run the clock out?
We have the file.
Hey, Sean, you got room for one more?
I got a minute, yeah. What's your call?
Call sign here is November 0, Mike Alpha Romeo. Handle is Jake, and we're in Minnesota, and you guys got a good group going on here.
Minnesota, what a good signal there, Ralph. Real good. So, yeah, add, I already closed it here, but add November 0, Mike Alpha Romeo there, Doris. So I appreciate it there, Ralph. 7-3s to you. Bang up signal from Minnesota.
7-3. Good night, Sean.
7-3s, guys, and thanks again there, Greg, and thanks again there, Doris. 7-3s. Over to you there, Ray. 7-3s, guys. I am out of here. N8SOB.
Real fine, sir. Man, you did a great job. Had a fantastic net going there. Appreciate it, sir, and enjoyed listening to it. This is Kilo Juliet Forrest here, Bravo Charlie. I'll be the net control tonight for the Central Gulf Coast Hurricane Net. My name is Ray, and I live in Carville, Tennessee. Let's see, your early check-ins begin at about 7:30 or after the Wolverine single sideband net. Thank you, sir. And the Texas Panhandle net is cleared to frequency. Anyone with a general higher amateur radio license is welcome to join. To remain on the active list, you must check in on an average 3 or more times per week. The daily active list is available for your use at our website, which is Charlie Golf Charlie Hotel November Charlie Alpha Hotel Alpha Bravo Alpha .net. And turn that down a little bit. All right, please respect City Nets by waiting until our net control identify themselves and request check-in. Primary purpose of this net